So, when we had left off last week, well, we'd kind of been spurred into action by a pack of incredibly aggressive wolves that had set upon our new campgrounds on the outskirts of the city of Escadar, where we traveled to help try to grow our traveling circus, bring in some more coin, rub it in Mistress Dusklight's face. We have an entire assortment of reasons to be out here, really. Not the least of them, something called Moonstone Hall, where the trogs that had taken Lizard Man's life had come from. And tracking these wolves down, we found a cave set into the side of the valley that opens up into our little horribly overgrown camp space. And we did find those wolves. We found them, and despite Arvis's best efforts, we killed all of them. She's got to get at least some points for effort there. She did try.
She did lots of efforts
She
were
tried
made.
really hard. But we did slay them all. We left for some time after discovering a bit more about this cave and, well, some disagreements. We returned later in the afternoon to continue clearing out and making sure the area was settled. It was pretty clear to us the wolves were not acting naturally and that something was wrong. And it didn't take very much more exploration through this strange cave system here to come upon what may very well be the source. As Zerg was coughing up a storm and trying to recover from a blast of yellow mold that had near overwhelmed him, this massive beast came crawling out from caverns beyond what the wolves had made their den in, looking somewhat like a wolf himself, but with an upturned flat snout and long, almost bat-like ears. A muscular, humanoid figure that seemed to barely be able to fit into the wolf's den, crawled out towards our sound and our light, very much upset by what he found. And we left off just right there, right as he set upon us, right as he came around the corner, and right, fortunately for the group of you, as Ara just kind of came tottering in, wondering where everyone had disappeared to and how he'd missed the party so far, coming around the corner to see Zerg, injured and exhausted, covered in a strange yellow powder. Barkbeard is as well, but he doesn't look terribly upset about it. And to hear the growling voice of this monstrosity. And we're gonna head right in with some initiative, everybody.
Oh, God.
Okay.
Wait, why didn't I put my fucking... I have my token clicked.
Hey,
This is
Zerg.
BS.
I can add
Wait,
you.
hang on. Roll 20's fucking me. There we go.
Got so many villain points. Even if I roll pretty bad initiative, which I did, I can spend one of my many villain points on it. Biggest phallus, I'll take that one from you, as this creature looks particularly upset.
God damn it.
Of course. Already.
I hit the exact lethal on the reroll. And as we somewhat recently learned, players actually lose ties. This beast throws itself out from the cave towards Selwyn. Not entirely positive what the hell you are, what with your demon mask on and this gray cloak drawn around your jester's outfit that you always wear. He lunges forward, a head about as large as your entire body, low to the ground on all fours, trying to fit through this wolf den as he launches himself out, mouth first. And these jaws come flying towards you for a 30.
That smacks me right in the face.
So as he bites, ripping through you, you're going to take 18 damage. And his jaws are going to tear pretty severely at your flesh as he strikes, leaving you bleeding quite profusely as well. And as that, somewhat surprisingly to him, doesn't seem to move you out of the way, he brings one large clawed hand and a wide swipe towards you, following up. The claws lashing forth for an 18.
And being prepared, I do step out of the way of that one.
That's going to bring us to you, Selwyn.
Right. Well. Let's open this party with a good old twin feint.
Ooh.
In my fear, I shall
Fortune
not...
favors the bold.
Oh,
Fortune
boy.
favors me wanting to run away, but I can't. Well, I can, but... For 31 on the first strike.
31's gonna hit.
For 12 damage.
Alrighty, and our second strike.
The second one, coming from below, for 23.
And he's flat-footed to this one, kind of stuck
Yes.
in his cave without a lot of dodging. That will land as well.
For 24.
Ooh, that was a big hit on that second one.
Yeah,
It
wow.
definitely was. A very big one.
A solid opening with one slash and then the other, dealing a surprising amount of damage to this beast, as he can, again, barely fit himself through this cave opening here.
And now, I will face the music, as I know what this is. And I'll run away.
And as you do,
Yep.
a retaliatory response, he snaps forward with his jaws once again, tearing at you as you try to retreat. For a 28.
That hits me.
Well, this little parting shot, you're going to take 14 more damage.
Yep.
And you can see, despite his injuries, as Selwyn lays a good 2 quick slashes on him before darting away, his face is contorted almost into a massive, oversized grin. Not so much like he's enjoying himself, but like just the shape of his jaw and his skull. His mouth doesn't even really sit entirely right on itself, giving him this wicked smile constantly. And as you pull yourself away, off into the corner here to get some amount of distance, just the blood loss is going to deal another 5 damage to you. And then go and roll me a flat check to see if the bleeding ends.
Okay. 17.
It does, fortunately.
Yeah, lucky me.
Able to staunch it as you fall back.
Yeah.
And,
It's like quickly applying a patches of running.
sheer panic, perhaps, makes your blood clot faster. Barkbeard.
So if this guy looks pretty big. Do I think if I were to stand in the middle, if I move over here and stand in the middle of this area, do I think he could really get by me very easily?
He'd certainly have difficulty.
Okay, so as someone runs this way, I'm gonna run this way, and I walk forward and around the corpse of the wolf that's already on the ground. I'm just gonna root myself, just entangling down, and grabbing the toughened bark and bringing it around in front of me.
Alrighty. Arabus.
Okay, seeing him block up the path, that changes what I was thinking. So I'm going to jump over this wolf to get to Selwyn, and in between Selwyn and Zerg, start digging in my bandolier and quickly administer each of them some battle medicine. So
Oh, nice.
2 actions, one each for each of them.
Nice. Alright, so we'll start with Zergs here.
All right.
Expert or normal?
I thinking expert.
I'm just kind of assuming he's going to do expert unless you
Right, I
tell
mean,
us
there's
otherwise
still
at
to
this
make
point.
sure we're right. Yeah, so there's
Let's
no
just assume
confusion.
it's expert unless you say it's normal. We'll just assume it's expert because we're kind of moving on
26.
here. 26 is going to succeed.
Okay.
So you'll be able to heal Zerg for 2d8 plus 10.
Ah, it's on the lower side. 15.
Yeah, it's kind of hard. Most of his damage is like internal in
Yeah.
his lungs. But still, you're able to soothe it somewhat with 15 health restored to him. And then for Selwyn.
Oh, hell yeah.
30.
A critical success.
Don't hurt my Selwyn.
4d8 plus 10.
Monks get flurry of blows. Aramis gets flurry of flowers.
That's right. Smell all this chamomile.
Well, holy
25.
yeah. That's a good one.
25
Thank you.
health to Selwyn. Alright, Zerg. Still probably not feeling fantastic. But Harvest at least helping a bit. Still very much drained.
That's one
from
way
your
to put it.
exposure to whatever this was in the eastern side of this cavern.
So. Hang on, let me just double check that. Okay. Zerg is not feeling so good. Still sort of hunched up against the wall. Bracing, but feeling a little bit better after the heals. Is going to stand up just behind where Barkbeard is. And I'm going to throw my thingies that I got.
The javelins.
Pull out a javelin and toss it.
Nice.
Which I keep forgetting I've got.
You do
All
in
the time
fact
to
have
remember.
some. So you can
What do
get
you-
up and draw one and sling one of them his way.
All right, what do I roll for that?
Did you make a javelin thing on his character sheet?
It's not on my thing.
He does not have
Oh,
one.
fuck
That's okay. All right, so
Unlucky.
it would be your normal attack. Do you know if you're expert or proficient in attack rolls right now?
He's
Expert.
expert, yeah.
That's what I thought. So then you would be your 5 plus 4 is 9 plus whatever your dexterity modifier is, which is 1. So be plus 10. You're throwing javelins at plus 10.
Okay.
You can just roll a d20 plus 10. We should get that added on your sheet later,
plus
though.
10. 15.
That's all right. He just remembered he has them. You throw one, and it kind of clatters through this hallway here. It's his first try. Nobody bully him. And it glances across this massive beast, just not really landing solidly enough, not flying straight enough to penetrate. And Ara, as you come around the corner into the room here, you see someone bleeding pretty badly, running away, trying to staunch it. Arvis tending to her and Zerg in the corner, and you hear massive something. You're up.
Without missing a beat, Ara is going to move here. Oh no.
Yeah, it's a big boy.
It's a big boy.
Welcome to the party.
Like, verbally says, oh no. And then proceeds to incant out Inca Corona and tries to cast slow on him.
Ooh, okay.
So,
Got a lot of that going around in my groups. Alrighty, so he has got a will save. Oh, it's a fort save, my mistake.
Yeah, fort save.
Supposed to be 5 higher then. He's going to get a 33
Holy shit.
as his sheer brute power seems to make it almost impossible for your magic to restrain him.
got it.
Now, someone darts away, and you all kind of arrange yourselves in front of him. He growls out again. No! She won't take me again! And picks a hand up like he's going to swipe, but stops and turns his hand around in a strange motion. Iktu! And casts a spell. And as he does,
Shit earlier for saying that.
he starts to flicker in and out of existence, blinking from view. Every time he does, shifting a few feet or a few inches around. And after he does that, he steps forward before blinking out a of existence once more. One is up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And reappearing back at a distance in the cave behind him. Kind of in a bit of a defensive posture. Selwyn.
Yep. He frightens me. He frightens me so. How far away is he from me? So far. Unlucky. I'll move to here, and I'll grab one of those bones from it here, and knock it into him with a telekinetic projectile.
Right?
Really should add this in. I thought I was running it. Oh. For a 30.
Boy.
30 is absolutely going to connect.
Or 13 damage.
So as it connects, as he's kind of constantly flickering here, it just sort of starts to hit him as he blinks away, sending it kind of tumbling off to the side, making it deal less damage than it should, but still hurting him some. Barkbeard.
I'm going to step forward. Still in the middle here. Plant my shield, and then almost like the whole front of the tree just becomes just a solid slat.
And
I'll take cover.
Putting this in front of you, you are just a barricade of bark here. Arvis.
I'm gonna wait and see what Zerg does.
Okay, so Zerg then. Zerg, Mono, that's you. Mono, you're Zerg.
Sorry.
You good?
I was reading a thing. I got lost in it. Fucking Twitter's nuts right now. There's
It really is. Yeah.
suck
Never
into
look
thing.
at Twitter.
Sorry.
A secret one.
How, based on like this little entryway that we're all standing sort of behind to the big room where that he's in, could he get through that? Does it look like he could get through that?
Not really easily, no. Barkbeard's filling that void pretty well.
Okay. How many javelins do I have?
I believe you have.
I think I got like
3 or 5. You definitely have a couple.
5,
more.
yeah.
5. So you got 4
I thought
more.
I had.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought I had something like that. Okay.
Yeah, I got you a bunch.
I'm gonna throw another one.
All right. Drawing and tossing another one.
Yeah. Is that 2
Plus-
actions?
Yeah, that's the problem. The downside of javelins is 1 to draw and 1 to throw it for each. So it'll leave you with 1 action afterward.
Okay.
But the good side is you can pick them back up after a fight, so you don't lose them.
28.
28 is going to hit.
Beautiful. So I've launched that. I've aimed for sort of his chesticle area.
All right, fair enough. So do you have javelin damage? It's going to be D6 plus your strength modifier, which I'm going to assume is 5.
5?
Is it not
4.
5?
No,
Oh,
4. You can't have
right.
5.
Right.
Yeah.
That's first edition, brain.
7 damage.
So as you throw that one perfectly on point, even as he's flickering here, it strikes him right in the shoulder as he's still pretty low and just glances off completely harmlessly. He seems
Alright,
to be too strong for simple javelins to really have any effect on him.
I'm gonna prepare another one anyway. Just get it out and hold it.
All right, Arvis.
Oh God, bless me. All right. I'm going to call out to him. Who are you afraid of? We can protect you. And I'm just gonna try to not show any hostility.
Please stop killing us. So, do you want to hold mechanically?
Yeah, I guess mechanically that's what it would be, yeah.
Okay. then you can step back in because you didn't actually do anything. All right, then Ara.
Still kind of confused what's happening. I'm just gonna follow the direction of the party. Call out Flamera and cast Produce Flame at him.
It's a fucking werewolf. Kill it. Kill it with fire.
He's scared of somebody.
With a 20.
He's pissed at somebody.
A 20 is going to miss. Not so much as you fail to hit him, but you don't really hit him. You just kind of catch like a wrist that splashes off harmlessly, as noticeably not even singeing his fur.
Okey-dokey then. Well, I'm going to stare at him. Can I intimidate on him?
Yeah, you can intimidate him. He clearly can speak.
Man, he's clearly very it's been like 2 weeks. I already forgot how this whole thing works. 16.
Yeah, he's not really afraid of the tiny little plant at all, it seems.
All right, time to.
And that's he just roars out, "Oh, King Ikuno will hear none of your lies," and pulls up a hand again. "Ratio Yanwam!" and swings it to the right. And as he does, he blinks out and reappears in the other cavern near Arbus and Selwyn, biting down towards Arbus. "You will not fool Kuno! Kuno is strong!" He's gonna bite to you for a 36, Shenmue. 36.
That's probably definitely a crit.
Seemingly almost just made more angry by your offer. He tears into you for 26 damage, which is going to cause you to bleed pretty well, just like Selwyn was before. And as he's continuing to flicker here, he is then just flickering a few inches, a few feet at a time, and end up above you. Selwyn.
All right. Can I so I can projectile some fucking moss at him?
So a handful of moss.
Is
Sure.
it hard enough to hit him with?
I would let you absolutely throw a handful of that moss from the corner at him.
Yep, that's what I'll do then. Or another 30. Wow, really rolling fire.
Alrighty. Why can't I? Because apparently yellow moss passes the barrier of being a thing. Oh, it's yellow mold. That's what I'm looking for. So as you throw this, and it hits into the King Ikuno here, it's going to blast across him and Arbus, and they're both going to make fortitude saves against it.
I get the damage, right? Because I hit him.
It's not solid enough to do damage to him, but it is going to.
I would have used it if it wasn't hard enough to actually hit him. That was why I was asking.
I think it was throwing a ball of moss at him. I thought the point was to hit him with the thing that happened to Zerg.
If anything has enough speed, right, it becomes.
Okay, I thought you wanted to hit him with the stuff that Zerg had been choking on. I was like, that's smart. I'll give it to you. Okay, well, fair enough.
I heard his fucking fortitude save. he shrugged that off like it was nothing.
All right, well, never mind that then.
Yeah,
Let's understand.
I'll fling another bone. And 30 hits you?
30 hits though, yeah, so you can get the damage.
Yeah. 4, 12. And I'll look at him very menacingly from beneath the mask. Get the fuck off my druid.
As this hits him, with that, it is also going to kind of glance off of him like Zerg's javelin did. Your short sword seemed to cut through him pretty effectively, but these bones and sticks you and Zerg are throwing are having nearly, if not absolutely, no effect whatsoever. Right. Now you, as you toss that, then yell at him, your words do though, surprisingly, actually have a pretty solid effect. He is going to be frightened. It seems almost surprisingly easy to scare him. You're gonna hear a voice pop into your head for a moment, Selwyn. This Tilvi connects. Oh,
hi, bit busy. How's it going?
my, whatever gods you pray to. I felt that one. Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm just fine. All good. Killing big werewolf thing. Everything's great. It's awesome. Woo! Go team.
Barkbeard.
I am going to kind of swell with rage and dart across the room, just kind of gaining momentum, and then just gonna slam into him twice. Let's see here. First, natural 20.
That's a solid. Yeah, rage is correct.
Rage is correct.
That's gonna crit.
So for 30 damage on the first one.
So you have an amulet of mighty blows, right?
Yes.
All right. So your hit is gonna be a little less sound than you would like it to be, just because he's constantly flickering, not only in and out of existence, but also shifting in position a few inches or feet at a time, which is gonna blunt that a little bit, but still gonna be a pretty mighty hit.
And then I'll just keep slamming into him. Oops. Sorry, I don't know. The second one. It was -5, which is only a 17.
17 is gonna flicker out away from as you swing, catching just air.
And then I will raise my shield again.
Zerg.
Where's Ara? There's Ara. My dice was covering it. With javelin in hand, Zerg is going to swing the tip of this javelin out in front of Ara. Right?
Okay.
Hold it in front of him. Cast flame. Burn it. Hot. And I'll end my turn.
Okay, I will let you, if you want to, one, interact to extend it to him, leaves you with 2 actions left. You can ready to throw it
There
at
you
King
go.
Kuno if he sets it on fire as a reaction.
Yeah. We'll do that. So I'm basically preparing for it to be heated up and then to throw it.
Exactly,
So
and then if it catches
I'm
fire,
ready
you
for
can
that.
throw it as a reaction. All right, Arbus.
Okay. Ow. For one. I am going to take the hit and look back up into him, get a little bit angry, and then fold back into a black wolf with some blue highlights in the hair and stuff, and start growling at him.
And as you are casting a spell, doing your motions,
Is it a spell?
It is.
It's wild. It's
Wild shape is it's casting animal form, isn't it?
I think it's like
It's
ass
a-
animal. It's
Well, it's
really
casting
weird.
wild shape. It's somatic and verbal. It's a full spell. It's gonna provoke.
Sure, you're saying stuff. Okay.
Well, it's not the saying. It's the motions, which is what.
Yeah,
because
it's
it has somatic components. You have to do your ninja Naruto gang signs to turn to a wolf.
And there's no there's no like 5 foot step or
There is a
defense-
step. There is a step. Yep. There's one action you can step. That does not provoke.
Well, I feel like it's. I didn't say it first, so.
Well, you didn't know it was a spell, so I mean that's just a misunderstanding. It's up to you. We're all learning second edition here.
Yeah, I thought it's because I was with the order that it's somehow like supernatural. I don't know.
So if you want to step back and do that, I mean, you know he has attacks of opportunity, and that's just a rules misunderstanding. You can totally step back and do it.
Okay, I would step and do that then because of the hit he delivered me. I don't want to do it right in front of him.
Alrighty. And as you step back and take this wolf form, you're still bleeding pretty severely from the strike. Shifting your form doesn't stop that. You're going to take 2 more damage from that, and then roll me a flat check to see if it ends.
All right. Fortitude, right?
Yes.
16.
No, flat.
No, it's
not
just
42.
it's just a flat d20. So you are still bleeding. Ara.
All right, so I'm just gonna cast Produce Flame and just reach out and grab the tip of Zerg's spear with it.
Okay.
Set him
With
on
your
fire.
spell, as you ignite the javelin, Zerg then can take it and, as a reaction, throw it towards Kingekuno. And give me your javelin throw.
And that was...
Plus 10.
Plus 10.
20
He's frightened,
plus...
so his AC is a little lower.
13. I'm going to session reroll that.
It's actually
Hell
reroll.
yeah.
There you
Hit
go.
him with the
Hit
hat
it.
stick.
Never lucky.
Extinction curse hero points are cursed,
Wow.
man. I don't know why.
Wow.
Because it's
But-
the extinction curse, not the
Yeah.
extinction blessing.
There.
Duh.
So as you throw it and it sails past him, his flickering, winking out of the way, and the javelin just clattering against the stone wall. Ara with one action left.
I can see him from around this corner, right?
Yeah, you can see him there. He's pretty
Yeah.
large.
Got an elemental toss at him, but I'm gonna take the flame off the javelin and sling it at him anyways.
Get some value.
Oh,
Session
no.
Session reroll.
it's a session reroll. Oh, here we go.
I said no.
Oh no!
Survey says no.
This
Somebody says no.
handful of fire also going to find nothing, as he's just impossible to draw a bead on. He's teleporting around in and out of existence at seemingly complete random, making it basically impossible for you to really even understand where to throw this, other than a vague direction. And this cave... Sorry?
I was gonna say, can you do me a favor and just sit still for like, I don't know, 12 seconds?
12 seconds would be nice.
And as he sees Arabis stepping back and Barkbeard striking him, Kingekuno does not fear your fire. I'm stronger than all of you. And bites down towards Barkbeard. And he's going to get a 37.
Oh my god.
Oh shit, fuck.
It does, in fact, crit.
And even the might of Barkbeard, this massive sheet in front of him, is going to be chomped through for 28 damage as you start to bleed as well. And after that strike, he pulls back with a snarl, his grin twisting across his face. Pulls up both hands. Now with more space in this cave, he can almost stand up on his hind legs. But he does kind of hunched over, putting his claws together. Crescera Magnum! And grows even larger, filling near all the space in this cavern.
Oh.
The 10-foot gap floor to ceiling, hunched over as he was in the 5-foot wolf den. His arms, 10, 12 feet long now, a commanding control of the entire cave space. Selwyn.
Alright, well, in for a penny, in for a pound.
At this point, I'm at melee range of you.
Yeah, he did, it's true.
He grew into slapping range.
It is true. And, well, I'm going to, wait, what is True Strike? I haven't cast it yet.
It is a, it's only one action.
Right, yeah.
It is
Doesn't
a verbal,
provoke.
so it does not provoke attacks of opportunity. It has the
Aha.
concentrate trait, so a normal AOOs can't act on that.
Can or can't?
Can't. Normal AOOs need movement or
Right.
manipulate.
I see. In
It's
that
literally
case,
just it's just a command
Yeah.
word, basically.
I will cast True Strike, and I will Twin Feint. And unluckily, I have to do it on the next swing, so it has to be on a normal strike. I can't
Well,
not
that's
do it on the...
still solid because the one that's less
Yeah.
like, well, I guess flat-footed and minus agility.
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah. So the first one, 28 on the first, so 28
That strike will land.
for 14.
Right, and again, his constant flickering leaves
Makes
it
it a bit hard.
seemingly impossible to get a perfect hit on him.
And hopefully, since he's so large, he'll be very easy to get the upper hand on for the second swing, where it's 22, and he's flat-footed.
22?
Yeah, 26,
22, yep.
24.
Math? 22 is exactly it.
Oh,
It's flat-footed
For
with
another
with
15.
this enlarged size.
and now I'll take a brief moment to say a prayer to whatever god I believe in.
Huh. Good idea.
Yep. And that's
To be
me.
the Storm Lord.
No,
Barkbeard.
I am gonna start laying into this man. Try again, right? So, 25 for the first hit.
25 will hit.
And then for 15. And then a 26
Jeez.
for 8.
That second hit, while it's gonna hit, is gonna do next to nothing. But as you're laying into
And
him
then-
here, his size doesn't seem to make him any more resilient. And as you're beating away at him, you can see, despite this grin, he literally can't put away fear creeping into his face.
And then minus 10 is really. Then I'll just shield up and then just sprout. It grows around me again. Just kind of really hunker down.
Alright, as we come to Zerg here, clearly injured, staggering a bit from this assault. Ingakuno will die before returning! No! Zerg.
Let's make it so then. Zerg's gonna run up and... How big is he in comparison to Zerg?
Fuck huge. He would easily be 18 to 20 feet tall if he had the space to stand up. In this 10-foot cave, he's down on all fours, trying to fit as he can into the space.
Zerg's gonna run and jump with the attempt to land on something that I can grab onto.
And as you
Shadow
run
of the
forward,
Colossus style.
as you run forward, even from here, he is so huge that his massive maw, teeth scraping across Barkbeard's new shell, snaps out towards you from 15 feet away.
Damn.
And he is going to bite at you for a 33.
Yeah, that'll do it.
That's exactly
Oh, that's
the
a
crit you, isn't
critical
it?
success.
And this given size may not make him any hardier, but it does make his bite just that much stronger. And as you rush forward towards him, he's gonna bite you for 28, which does not put you down.
And it does make me rage immediately.
Rushing forward, troops, wrong button. Rushing forward,
Oh, he's gone. He's dead.
he's dead forever. I accidentally layered him. Rushing forward, transforming. Barely conscious, lungs on fire. Still got 2 actions left.
I can't see anything. Oh, there I am.
Yeah, it's I accidentally, instead of switching your tokens for him, I switched this layer. That was my mistake. Those buttons are right next to each other.
Raging Monkey Strike. I'm mad. I'm mad. Oh, no, wait, wrong one. Sorry. This one.
The Raging Monkey Strike, what do we got?
26.
26 will connect.
Furious as fuck that he dared to assault me. Also, don't fucking roll 20. Stop. With a 14 bludgeoning with my big old monkey paws.
All right, and with that, as you jump up, Shadow of the Colossus style Zerg, what do you do to him?
Climb up on the leg, punch, punch, swipe, swipe. Climb up on the back, punch, punch, swipe, swipe. Grab the head and fucking RKO that motherfucker down to the ground.
Yes.
Yes.
Bringing
Out
this
of nowhere.
massive head slamming back down into the ground. Barkbeard bleeding for 1 further damage from the ripping jaws. Arbus still bleeding. Zerg RKO's this beast.
Can I try medicine to help staunch the bleeding?
I mean, yeah, you absolutely can attempt to help her or Barkbeard. They're both still bleeding pretty badly.
I'd help Arvis.
All right, give me a medicine check.
If the wolf would let me.
Do you have a medicine kit, Selwyn? You do, right?
I do, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. I also have the ventilator.
Right. So give me. You have right next to it anyway. So even if you need an action to draw it, give me a medicine check.
25.
With a 25 against this creature's his own personal DC, that is going to give you a chance. So roll me a flat D20. But only an 11 plus as you're attempting to bandage. Much more likely than it just stopping on its own.
Am I rolling it or is
you'd roll it. You're the one doing it.
Oh, right. I'm the one with bandaging. Don't worry. I got this.
Exact.
Easy.
Lethal.
Whew.
Easy.
And then, I suppose, Barkbeard, if you're trained in medicine at all.
Let's see here. Well, I mean, I'm partially trained in everything. I'm trained. I'm not. No. I don't. I'm not trained in it. No. I
But you
just have some of the. I have whatever that is to give me half my level.
I would like use that to try and just stop bleeding. So you can use a medicine check to try and stop your own bleeding as well.
Okay. This bleeding thing is quite novel. I've never actually experienced this before.
You're gonna take
It's quite odd.
three more damage, and then give me another flat check to see if it just ends on its own.
Okay, just flat check.
Yeah, just a flat.
Cool.
Still doesn't stop. So sap's pouring out of Barkbeard pretty heavily, as with this beast defeated, Zerg changes back to his original guise.
Right, I'm gonna try to see if I can keep going on my roll and help her out.
I'm gonna collect all my javelins again.
So just
For a 26.
All right, then you can give another check for Barkbeard.
Holy shit! I need to do my average after this session. It has been nutty.
You're rolling some fire today.
Can I session reroll? A flat check?
Yeah, you can decide. Yeah, I don't see why not.
Sweet. This one never happened. God, that was worse.
Steve,
My average is ruined.
So Arbus, what are you doing? Arbus and Ara both, as this beast falls.
I would circle the beast a little bit, make sure it's fully dead in wolf form, and then after a minute would slowly morph back into Arbus, who would stand up and rejoin the party.
So Barkbeard, someone's trying to tend to you. It seems to be kind of hard to stop a little Leshy from bleeding. It's not super intuitive. She doesn't really seem like she seems like she's doing decently, but it's not really helping. You don't have skin to bind together properly. So you are going to bleed for a further 6 damage.
Okay.
And then give me a flat check.
Okay. Oops.
It does finally stop at that. With Selwyn's help, you're able to staunch it.
All right, that must be free for free.
Zerg collecting up his javelins, Arabis eventually. Curiosity, quick roll 20 mechanic. Can you change your own token side on Arabis? Can you right? Well, I could see. I guess I could see it on this one.
I've never tried.
You can.
Actually.
You right click it multi-sided.
What? Multi-sided?
And multi-sided. Choose side.
Yeah, the choose side. You should be able to turn it back and forth. Yeah, Zerg, you can as well. So
man, I don't
any
know.
of you who have transformation states, you actually can control that yourself.
So what does the GM has given it? Because I can't do it on its own.
Well, yeah, I have to. If you have to control a token, you have to have
yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, you don't have states. So yeah, Air Arbus, you have like a jillion of them.
That's so cool.
Sweet.
Nice. I'll remember that.
Was this
Alright.
creature?
Oh, really? This bleeding thing is really. I've never experienced. This is quite interesting. Quite interesting. And I'll just be like running it through my fingers and.
Poor sap. Yeah.
Selwyn.
RKO out of nowhere. How about a Zerg hero point out of nowhere coming from Link 1429?
So, where are we exactly?
We're in a cave.
Okay. That makes a lot of sense.
So you would have
that's why
followed them.
there's a ceiling.
You would have followed him here, Ara, knowing that it's down a bit of the trail leading in from the tree line on the edge of where your circus encampment is right now. The trail doesn't even lead that far until it ends of the cave.
Ara's been lost this entire time. He just wandered in here. He ran off without them and got lost somewhere and just ended up here.
Not even 100% sure where he is, I guess.
Not all who wander are lost, but I sure am.
So
I would want to take a look at those two when we have a moment to stop. Zerg and Barkbeard looking kind of rough.
Well, it seems like the sound of the cavern has fallen silent once more now, as King Ikuno lays dead. You, Zerg, Barkbeard, and Selwyn all took some pretty decent hits in there.
Now I understand what it is. Oh, it's so obvious.
What is
So
it?
I'll walk up to it and turn up the side where it shows the CM mark.
And it's
What do
one
you
raw
think?
bit of flesh on its shoulder, where the hair, its fur, doesn't appear to have been able to regrow, and just dark skin underneath branded with red scars of CM.
What do you reckon CM is short for?
Probably. I don't know what you do think, Thelwyn.
Alright, class is in session. What do you guys think CM is short for?
I believe in you, Arbus. You've got this.
Anyone else want him to answer?
What does Ara think? Maybe he would know.
No, come on, Arbus. I really believe I'm rooting for you.
Rooting.
I don't. Yeah, that's actually really fun. I don't know all of the letters yet. I don't know, Selwyn. Will you tell me?
I will, but I'll just class in order. Aram, what do you think CM is short for?
If you tell me, I'll know, and then I can tell you.
Okay, sir,
Okay.
you got any? You got a guess?
Crunchy minerals.
It could be.
That's
It could
really
be.
That could be it. I'm
be
very
crunchy
impressed
minerals.
with your reasoning.
Like salt. It's yum. It's good.
Yes.
It's really good.
Barkbeard, do you have a final guess before I present mine?
Well, we all know your guess is probably wrong anyways, so I really think it's for the Celestial Menagerie is what I'm guessing. But
Yes.
Selwyn, I don't want you to steal my answer.
Well, no,
What was your answer?
I agree with you.
Now you can't just steal everybody's answer, Selwyn. What was your answer?
What do you
going to be
want?
in
I'm a
first
rogue. I
place?
steal things. That's part of the job description.
Selwyn, you said do not steal from people that are good.
I didn't steal from anyone good. I stole from someone I have yet to ascertain.
Well, I said, Selwyn, if you're still needing some good information, I'm rather knowledgeable, and if you're still, unsure of yourself, I would be willing to teach you some things along the way, like reading and writing and, puzzling things out. I'm very good at it,
And being rude.
No.
I was like, Onara.
A really quite reasonable tree, I would say. Very reasonable. I don't go around calling people willow trees all over the place. Clearly, someone has not taken manners courses or anything.
Don't want to be called a willow tree.
Of course I don't want to be called a willow. Who would want to be called a willow? They're
Willow.
so, always sultrily waving in the wind, trying to seduce other trees as they walk by. It's just scandalous. I can't even believe they're allowed to exist.
Scandalous.
Don't worry about it. Never look at a willow for too long, Arbus. It's bad for your
Yeah.
health.
I'm fairly certain this thing escaped from the Celestial Menagerie. That's why he wouldn't go back.
Really?
Oh.
Well, why would
Well-
anyone want to go back?
No, exactly. So once again, the Celestial Menagerie are fucking with us, just indirectly. with their escaped merchandise, and I'll give the buddy a little kick.
That's really sad, actually.
Yeah, kinda.
Does he even look like a normal creature, or is he like mutated? I mean,
I'd like to recall knowledge, and I believe it's religion, right?
It is in fact religion. What is your modifier, good sir?
My modifier is 11, actually. Oh, bad.
Turn to my GM screen, the distance. So, he would be mutated to be sure, but that's kind of part and parcel with his nature. Kinge Kuno here appears to be a barghest. Particularly large and horrendously disfigured one at that, but that's not entirely unheard of. Barghests are basically fiendish monsters who, well, while they are native to this plane, roam around really with no other desire than to kill, eat, and subjugate creatures they see as inferior. Sentient creatures, particularly. Seems to be the entire driving force of their nature, and on rare occasion, if a barghest is able to consume enough sentient flesh, they can't take this transformation by just eating rabbits and deer in the wilderness. They have to be eating living, thinking creatures with souls. They can warp into a monstrosity known as a greater barghest. And that appears to be what Kinge Kuno is. They are almost like half demons, sort of. Demons in everything, on all levels but physical. The barghest is a demon.
I will leave out the last part. Wouldn't want to upset Tilly.
Fair.
Yeah. Anyway, big asshole creatures.
Poor thing.
So with Arbus kind of sneaking around over next to the algae and stuff, nothing's like popped up. No more mold has
It does not
sprung up or anything.
No, as she stalked around. She didn't go into it, but she did stalk around quite close to it near this creature, and nothing appears to have happened.
Well, do you think we should go and try and get that bag? Or do you think we should leave well enough alone? There's a little bag in there.
What?
What are you?
There is still, that bag over on the side of the cavern here, where the mold had first exploded all over Zerg.
Here, Arbus, if I hold you up and you get
Arbus is
real
trading
long...
you at the moment.
I'm trying to.
not Arbus, I mean Ara. Ara, you seem to be walking very close there. I could
I'm
hold
looking
you.
for the
and
bag. Do I see the bag?
Yeah, the bag's super obvious. It's just right here in the middle of the walkway. It's on a bed of lichen. This whole corner of the area has been grown over on the floor and walls with some thick mats of lichen, as this side of the cave seems to be particularly moist.
I will attempt to very carefully step past as much moss as I can and grab the bag.
Now, why don't you give me an acrobatics check, Zolan?
Oh boy.
It's okay. I'm typically good at these. Typically.
Well,
Historically, these go great.
Yeah,
Statistically, we should be fine.
Statistically, we should be fine. 31.
Easy. So
Jeez.
you step through very gingerly but very quickly before grabbing the bag and pulling back.
And I'll pull as far back as possible. That moss is scary.
The bag looks to be a fairly simple, abandoned cloth. It's been left there clearly for quite some time. But as you pull it away from the moss and brush off some of the lighter moss and just dampness that's kind of grown around the outside of it, it's a fairly well-made cloth. It's not simple burlap. It's very soft, almost velvet, mixture between a dark red and a black, much like your own costume.
Mm-hmm. Nice. What's in the bag?
As you open the bag, you look down into a pit that extends down
Yes.
probably further than your tiny little gnome arm can reach, into a massive space, clearly much larger than should realistically fit inside the bag itself. There are a few things in there, but not much. Down near the bottom of the sack, which still, the inside of it still seems to function much like a bag, and it's much wider than it is deep. So if you stretched all the way down to your shoulder, wiggled your little fingers as far as you could reach the scant items at the bottom, probably. There is a bottle rolling around in there, what appears to be a silver pocket watch of some kind, and a small little, like, snuff box made of simple wood.
Yep.
But what's
What
most
would the
interesting, of course,
watch be
obviously,
worth?
is just how freaking big the thing is. If you grab the watch and pull it out and open it up, you realize it is not, in fact, a watch. It is actually a compass, and the inside of the lid is engraved with fine script that says, "Always find your way back to me."
Aw.
It's silver-plated and pretty well made. You could probably get 30 gold for it easily. It's very fine.
Can you detect magic on this?
I cast Detect Magic.
You would detect magic.
I detect magic. Arvis can pinpoint magic if she looks at it and she knows what it is, maybe. I don't know.
Excellent.
So Arvis, meanwhile, you want to give me your medicine check for Zerg and Barkbeard that you're tending to here?
Okay. That's session reroll.
Okay.
Oh.
Get them all out here. Get them all out.
Yeah.
Session rolls are broken today. Please try again tomorrow. As you are tending to the pair of them here, you're faced with some difficulties. Though you've worked with Ara for some time, Leshies don't really seem to share that much in physical traits, and you've really got no idea how to patch Barkbeard up with the kind of injuries he's taken. And again, everything that Zerg suffered from, though he's got some, of course, ripping from the jaws there, is largely internal. And it seems to be beyond a quick 10-minute fix, and you're not able to heal either of them.
I'll look over at Selwyn after 10 minutes.
Yeah.
They're really banged up, Selwyn. I may need more time for this.
You have as much time as you need. We're in this cave until
Until we're not in this cave, I guess.
by definition, yes.
That is
Right.
accurate. So you can continue working on them, realizing it's clearly going to take a bit more of a time investment. And you have that thing that's only at 10 minutes for you to continue treating, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, I do. Continual recovery, I believe.
So then as you keep working on them, you could take a bit of a break to check over the things that Selwyn has here. And with your read aura magic, as you look through this strange collection of things she's found, you would find that the bag itself is magical. Well, that much is evident. to anyone
Shocker.
who opens the bag. What a goddamn surprise. But additionally, in the bag itself, though the compass and the small redwood case themselves aren't magical, inside the case is a thin, 2-inch long, be quarter-inch around reed, capped at both ends, which also is not magical. But if you take off one of the caps, you see that it's filled with a very, very fine, shiny, silvery powder, almost like ground metal. And that is magical.
I'm
So
confused by it too. I would show it to Selwyn. Magical.
All right. Can you identify it?
Is there a specific? Do I get a specific aura from it?
not
reading
with
as a-
cantrips, no. You need a 3rd or 4th level detect magic to get types and power. All right, let me check. Let me double
I
check real
thought-
quick.
yeah,
Read Aura
let me-
might actually give you a type, because I keep thinking detect magic. Read Aura does actually give you a school of magic.
Yeah.
So from the bag, you would get a faint black aura of conjuration magic. And the powder, oddly enough, would glow a surprisingly powerful yellow, a divination aura.
Ooh.
That one.
So, yeah.
Let me hold that.
All right. I'll let you hold out.
Well, while Arbus is attempting to fix them, I want to attempt to identify the powder.
Alrighty, what skill are you using? What's your modifier?
It's nature. It's 11.
Okay. If I can type with my hands here.
That's a hard thing to do.
Very difficult. So as you attempt to pull the enchantment out as to figure out what it is, you really can only know that you don't know. It's a pretty powerful enchantment, surprisingly, in fact. And it doesn't seem like it's something that's to be consumed or mixed in with anything else. But what is it actually for? Completely unclear on. Arbus, over the course of the next 20 minutes, keeping tending to Barkbeard and Zerg, can give me another medicine check.
Okay. 20.
20 will succeed. 2d8 plus 10 health to the pair of them.
Have yourself 21 HP, boys and girls.
Excellent work.
And with that, you'd certainly be able to patch up the most severe of their external injuries. But they'd still Zerg in particular, be very, very, well, poorly held together at the moment. Zerg still looks near on the verge of death, and Barkbeard is, while better, pretty gravely injured still.
I only lost a couple of branches. It's nothing that won't grow back eventually. Just give it a couple of years, I guess.
Oh, what now?
Pretty much.
You
I
can
don't feel
continue.
so good.
You can continue treating them for more time if you want. I mean, you can definitely just keep going.
I would just stay until, I don't know, Selwyn or anybody would stop me.
So it's
Can
about
I
half an
identify
hour
stuff?
Zerg's gonna go slump down next to the big dead boy and just kind of use his fur to nestle into him, be like just sitting down against him.
now. Yeah, go ahead and give me another medicine check then to keep working, because yeah, you really have no time constraint here. It's early afternoon. Nothing. I mean, in this cave, you would certainly hear if something was coming after you, unless it was exceptionally stealthy.
Can I identify stuff?
You can certainly try, yeah. So with the 19, though, you don't expect to have success here. Continuing trying to treat them. You do somehow manage to pull through. That's going to succeed. They're going to get 2d8 plus 10 health back.
I was joking and it went through. Yes. Okay.
And someone, yes, you can. Anyone can identify magical items now. Trying to figure out what something does just takes time and investigation, not necessarily magic powers of your own.
18.
Would it be by spell tradition? Or what would it be?
You get to actually choose any spell tradition. You can literally just use whatever is best.
All right, religion, plus 11.
With a plus 11. Surprisingly, yeah, I guess you, with your new friend's assistance here, possibly guiding you a little bit, Tilby knows some things. You are able to put together what this is, and you may recall this one from Yield and Pathfinder First Edition, where it comes around sometimes. This is actually meant to be thrown, probably over yourself. All this dust shimmers in the tube. If you sprinkle it over yourself or over anybody nearby, then it is a consumable, so you're only going to get to use it one time.
Mm-hmm.
This sparkling powder is actually going to render them completely invisible. And it's going to keep them invisible for a fairly short period of time. But it's an interesting form of invisibility because it's not magical itself. It's not a spell. It's just a strange property of the dust's enchantment. It actually cannot be easily negated or seen through by traditional means. Low-level magics will not reveal them. And on top of that, their actions will not reveal them either. Because, again, it is the coating of dust itself that is hiding them.
Yike.
So this enchantment here, very powerful, but you only do have one use of it.
That will be a great and powerful use.
Yeah.
And then if you want to continue working Arbus, give me another medicine check as well.
Got it.
Get him, Arbus.
33
That's
natural
the natural 20. There's the
Yeah.
critical success. She's winding into it now. 48 plus 10.
26 for you guys.
And with that, you've been in this cave now for about an hour after Kuno's death. At this point, the warmth having largely left its body as the barghest's blood soaks into the stone underneath you, forming a fairly sizable pool from all the injuries that it's taken. With that, you feel you've done about all you can for Zerg and Barkbeard, because while Zerg is certainly not as well off as he normally could be, most of that is as a result of this powder he inhaled. Whatever's in his lungs, not something you can just treat so easily with medicine.
Well, I mean, but before we would dip out, I would immediately look at Selwyn, and I want to take a look at you before we go Selwyn, if that's okay.
Oh, you need to take a look at yourself, right?
I could do both at the same time. How about
Sweet. Let's huddle up.
that? Yeah.
Give me a hug.
We can
That
hug
was
it
one
out.
more.
Oh, yes. This was thank you for patching me up. This branch was a favorite of mine, in fact. I think I'm gonna go check down here. I'll
Take
holler
back on
if I
you.
need anything.
I'll whisper to Arbus. He's branching out.
That's,
So,
that's very good, Selwyn.
Barkbeard,
you.
you wanna head off into this cave here as Arbus is
Yeah, I kind of wanted to
Treating-
see where the barghest came from.
okay. And Zerg, now that you're not being looked at, what are you up to? You still just kind of hanging out with Kingate here?
Yeah, I'm still just sitting down. I'm still sort of a little bit wheezy.
I'm probably not feeling super fantastic still. Both the Leshies have got light on them. So Barkbeard, as you continue down yourself into this southernmost cave, you would see surprisingly nobody coming after you. I was wholly waiting for the wait, no, don't do that from the party mom, but it's like, he has to learn somehow. Or assuming reasonably that it's probably safe at this point. This last
former.
cavern would open back up again to a 9-foot ceiling, higher than the wolves' den. You'd be able to walk through perfectly easily, but some of your allies would have some difficulty with. And much like the den, it's scattered around with fragments of bone, heaped in random corners, but these strewn through blood-soaked scraps of fabric, fur, and unidentifiable masses of flesh. Now, the granite walls of the cave here, unlike the wolves' den, are gouged by massive claw marks, which have been wrought throughout, seemingly at random. And as you even pass through the southern end of the wolf cave, just the fetid smell of rot in this cavern would start to hit you. The blood and gore in here left around is enough that there would be literal swarms of insects buzzing around pools of ancient dark red, almost brown muck where most of these bone and giblets are left. But there doesn't appear to be much else of interest or value here in the barghest's lair at first glance. Since you came down here specifically to seek, I assume, give me a perception check.
Okay. Well, that'll be a session reroll because that's a natural one.
Yep, looks empty to me.
Even re-rolling, you don't break your voice. That's awesome.
Not allowed to give value at a session rerolls. This is bullcrap. What is this? You're supposed to roll the same thing or
29.
lower. So to 29, as you
We're doing that now.
come in and look through this, you do find one small item. A tiny, almost like a little like a knapsack, like a fanny pack even, left with some of the scraps of things that have been ripped apart.
I'll take it.
But set out a little bit to the side. This isn't bloody, and it's not set in any of the piles of gore and blood. It looks like it was actually placed here rather than it just kind of ending up here by chance. It has an embroidered little badge on the front of it of a lighter leather than the pack itself, which is a wide, grinning mouth with pointy teeth throughout, curving below 2 words above it. The Grinning Goblin. 3 words, I guess, with the Grinning Goblin.
So I'd take it and wrap it around my waist as a nice fancy fanny pack, as they want to do. And I would stroll back out to the entryway.
Now, Barkbeard is styling. Coming back out with that hot fanny pack.
And
So,
I strut this way, and then I strut back this way a bit, and then stop generally around here.
So
You
when Barkbeard...
see?
Go ahead.
You see? Look at this. I
I'm
found
busy
goods.
right now. Just trying to
This
stitch
is
myself
more
together.
important. Oh,
Ooh, contradicting your Stormborn. That's gotta be a thing on
well,
me.
you know, she needs to learn what's important in life, and this fanny pack is very important.
What did the what the pack?
So the rest of you
Well, it's called a
looking at
fanny
this,
pack.
seeing the Grinning Goblin just writing on the front of Barkbeard, strapped to him with a simple burlap cord. You would actually recognize this title, as all of the rest of you had come from the Celestial Menagerie. The Grinning Goblin was a sideshow attraction from the Menagerie. He was, as the name would imply, a goblin whose jaw seemed to have just either been attached or grown completely wrong into his head, leaving him with a constant, massive, upturned, toothy grin. And Selwyn, with your understanding of a greater barghest, you would know that barghests are goblinoid creatures, and much like Tilvi, can change their form. Every barghest has a goblin form. They can't take full control of what they look like a succubus can. There's just their barghest form and their goblin form. Neither is more true to themselves than the other.
Well, let's see what we have in here. Zip.
I almost feel bad for the guy. Well, not almost. I do feel bad for the guy.
Inside, there doesn't appear to be anything. It's been left empty.
Ha. Well, still fashionable. I did see wishbone in there, so I may go back for that wishbone. I feel like we could use some of those. It would not be a wishbone. In fact, it would probably just be a bone, like a rib cage or something that only had one prong left. So yeah, something that only had like 2 things left, and then I would go bring back. Ha ha!
I hear Willow's got good luck.
No, I saw you
What?
roll your medicine
What?
check already, Arvis.
Yeah, I
Sorry.
did. It's cool. Yeah, I have it in there already. 26.
Yes, you want to give me your 2d8 plus 10 for you and so on.
Bang.
Dang,
Oh, that's a
Will.
big
Ooh,
one. 24 health back to Peria.
Excellent work.
Big money. So around the time that Barkbeard does come back with whatever little rib he has, you would be finishing up your work on yourself and Selwyn here. And then Barkbeard comes tottering back in with some kind of a rib or something attached to what's left of his sternum.
Ara. This is Sprout. Sprout, come here. This is called a wishbone, and if you make a wish when you snap this in half, your wish will come true. But you can't tell anybody.
Can I,
So I have
can
to
I
snap
check
this in
somehow
half.
to see if it's a wishbone, if like it's actually a wishbone?
It would be very obvious to see it is not a wishbone. It is.
I think you need to retake your anatomy
It's
classes.
like a sternum, one rib, and then like part of a shoulder blade. They're just kind of dangling loosely together from some tendons. The shoulder blade's not even part of the same bone attached.
Yeah.
I feel like, who knew what the CM stood for on the shoulder? I'm pretty
I think
sure
that was
it was
me,
me.
actually, yeah.
So,
No, that was me.
I did say it first, and you did copy me, so I guess you did find out eventually, but I'm glad I was here to help you.
I think Arl should make the wish.
Yes,
Well, shouldn't we find a wishbone if he wants to make a wish?
Well,
This
you can
is a
still wish
wishbone.
on other bones. In my
gonna-
time, we used on any bones would be
Well,
good for
Totter
wishing.
over to this pile and just grab out a bone.
Walking
right,
right past
I'll-
Barkbeard.
I'm going
I'll
to
look
help him.
dejectedly at my bone.
Gonna help him find a wishbone.
There would be enough here in the Wolves Cavern that between the two of you, you would certainly be able to turn up at least one actual wishbone, yes.
All right, I'll hand that to him. This is a wishbone.
I walk over and I snap it with Barkbeard.
What did you wish for?
No, wait, no.
No.
Trick question.
You can't.
Why can't you tell? He just
You
wished.
can't-
I want to
Nope.
know what he wished
Nope.
I
was.
wish that I could tell you.
Nope.
This is a stupid game. I do
Big
not
time.
like this.
Yeah.
Cannot be told.
Why?
Well, it can, but it wishes.
I'm the Stormborn. You can tell me the wish.
Now you say, now you're very stubborn about this, aren't you? Yes. Now it's come important that you're the Stormborn. Oh, yes. Mm-hmm.
Want to know the wish? Hemlock tree.
Nope.
Wait, will Hemlock Tree make the wish? I thought
think
it was
we
the
both-
sprout. Oh, you both made wishes? I think that's cheating. You need two wishbones to make 2 wishes.
Not to worry, I have my own wishbone as I had previously showed you. So, and I toss it over my shoulder and walk out of start walking out of the cave. Very happy now.
I hope you get your wish, Ara.
I already did.
I hope the wish was that tree falls over. I'll do
I
like a
immediately
weak
trip and
shake.
go like splat.
Yep.
I'll look wide-eyed.
Got him!
I look at someone just hold up the broken half of the wishbone I'm still holding. And toss it behind me.
I like look behind me at this tiny little pebble. Huh. Strange. Keep walking.
So, as the group of you make your way out of the cave back into the sunlight, you'd been in there for some time, a bit over an hour, most of it tending to yourselves in the aftermath of the fight with Kuno. It's probably about 1 p.m. now, just passing noon, as you make your way back out into the valley itself, following the trail along back to that great split, where it heads seemingly into a strange bog down to the south, and around to that glade up to your right. And even the light of day streaming through, as you pass now, it looks like somebody has made a campfire of some kind out in the swamp. And someone else had come this deep into this strange and untamed bit of land.
I completely forgot there was all the pathways.
None of this looks familiar.
Yeah.
Should we check out the final pathway before we make our triumphant return?
Sure, I find it odd that one of the circus folks, I mean, they seemed fairly scared last time we were out at the circus, so it's odd that they would come out here and start a fire.
Not even sure there is a circus folk out here. Maybe it's someone else.
Oh, we're out here.
Oh, we're out here. That's true. We got
I
circus
did
folk.
not
You got
start.
me there.
I did not start a fire, though.
I did.
You
Oh,
always do.
Well, then you could have said that in the first place.
I don't think he started that fire. He just starts fires. Like, just period.
There's fires, full stop.
It's like a general statement.
Oh, well, I suppose we should investigate.
Alrighty. So, let me go ahead and pull everyone here. You can see it off down below in this little area that Roll20 literally just refuses to hide for some reason I don't understand. I promise there is
It's so
absolutely
weird, dude.
nothing there that is projecting
Yeah.
light. I mean, it's weird that it worked out like that because like where the light is coming from on the map is in
Yep.
fact where you see the light, the glow of this campfire, but there is nothing there in Roll20 that should be producing said light. There's absolutely nothing there. But whatever, it works out.
You also see it
because-
like from everywhere on the map, right?
yeah, you can
It's-
see it from anywhere, regardless of view. Like it's, I don't know what's around there, but
That one
but,
is like
I mean,
so strange.
it's the weirdest little broken bit of map I think
Uh-huh.
I've ever seen in this site because I have absolutely no explanation for what could.
Eldritch
possibly-
monstrosity.
I can't even manually hide it. I tried to manually hide it and it still can't do it. But anyway, that is where the glow's coming from, though. So that gives me an easy way to
okay.
pinpoint it, I guess.
All right, time to cross this fallen tree.
Yes. yes. Quite.
Is it disrespectful to you guys to cross? You know?
No, of course not. Trees die all the time.
Yeah. Part of nature.
In fact, they
progression of
provide
things.
plenty of nutrition for further sprouts.
Anyways, I'm not technically a tree, so
Oh, right. Sorry.
This is
I
true.
just tend to lump you in with the other tree.
So the
That's
swamp, the swamp
rude.
here below you, to the south of you rather, looks surprisingly deep. What is fairly firm land, especially up where you're putting together all of your tents and clearing the area for your show, very quickly, over just a dozen feet, gives way into marsh, wet soil that you even sink an inch or two into with every step, gives way to reeds and just outright standing stagnant pools of marsh water. Fortunately, though, there is a fairly large log that has been laying across the path here that gives way across to another bit of land to the south.
You should be careful. Swamps are dangerous. Once heard of someone who fell off a tree trunk into the swamp. Was eaten by frogs.
By frogs.
Yeah, giant ones.
I've never
Well-
heard of giant frogs before, Selwyn, that eat.
Yeah, but
does
what if they
sound like
jump
a-
out of the marsh and eat you?
Are you trying to scare me? Is
No, I'm
that-
trying to make you be careful.
I will be careful.
I don't believe you. And just Zerg keeps walking.
All right.
So it just pushes past everyone, just starts going.
See if I
out
can when I
across
get
the
eaten by a
log.
frog.
Well, the rest of you. He
Yeah,
starts making his way
there we
across
go.
this. The log is pretty large. There's no like acrobatics check or anything for this. It's sunken fairly well down into the ground on either side, as the ground is so soft, and the top of it almost is even fairly flat. It's near 6-7 feet across. It's perfect. It's perfectly easy to walk across as a standard bridge, really.
it's the
And can I
perfect
check
tree.
whether the wood is rotted? Like it's rotting away, like it might snap or something, or
Well, as you are all making your way across this, you absolutely can be recalling knowledge if you want to be looking down and trying to see if there's anything of note. Zerg up in front, what are you doing as you travel, other than just kind of going?
Admittedly, Zerg is kind of looking for dangerous frogs.
So you're keeping an eye out,
Awesome.
trying not to get so fear. So how about you?
I'm gonna try to sneak on this log.
Okay, there's really not a whole lot of way for you to sneak the up
But I'm
on the
gonna
log.
still
Do
try.
your best to try. There's a lot of reeds and
I have
stuff
my
around the little
cloak.
islands you could hide in, though. And Ara, as you come up behind, what are you doing?
Gonna look into the water as I'm walking on the log, keeping an eye out for dangerous frogs.
All right, and Artis?
I would be distracted trying to see if I'd catch any birds sitting in the trees. So I'd be like looking around, just observing nature and as a whole.
So if you want to, you're just kind of looking around the area, not necessarily at anything, but just aware of your surroundings. You can have you scouting, so if anything does happen, you'll be able to give warning. So, Barkbeard, make me a nature check as you come across this log.
yes, quite. There we go. Yes, quite.
With the 12, the log seems sturdy enough to you.
The log is sturdy enough to everyone,
And Zerg's come across it, so it can't be that bad.
and he is the largest.
So as the rest of you kind of filter across this, I imagine, following in your own time, you can see this central. I guess it's technically an island. I don't know if just a landmass that's big enough to not be underwater in the center of a marsh is technically considered an island, but we'll go with island. This here does actually seem to have some ruins. What looks to be the leftover foundations of a small building that was once set here. Abandoned gray stone, overgrown with weeds, and almost completely obscured. It just looks like a rocky outcrop until you get fairly close to it. There's another massive log on the western side of this that leads out to where you can see the glow of the campfire coming out from the roots that once formed the berm of this massive tree to everyone's right. Now, where the log you just came across looks like it may very well have been placed there intentionally, fairly leveled with the ground to make it easy to cross. This just looks like a tree fell over. To your right and left on the map, it just looks like the ground that makes up that other smaller island over there just wasn't solid enough anymore as the marshy water soaked into it, and the roots of that oak just eventually over time pulled up, and it fell and collapsed here. It may also have been quite some time ago, but near the head of this log, you can see that it was the worst timing imaginable for at least somebody, as sprawled out underneath the head of this massive trunk is a mostly intact skeleton of a halfling. It looks like sometime long ago
Unlucky.
he was in the wrong place and did not have that halfling luck when this tree came down.
That's the second halfling with a tree that fell on it. R is keeping track.
Now, the flickering glow of the campfire looks like it is coming out from underneath the tangle of roots at the other end of this oaken tree. It looks like it's sheltered up underneath it in the hollow of what was once a great trunk.
What kind of idiot would build a house on this little island?
What kind of idiot wouldn't?
Well,
And,
hopefully...
What kind of idiot would build a house?
give me...
that is true.
Go ahead and throw me a society, Buckbeard.
Sure.
Okay. 23.
So looking at this, it's clear from what has come of a lot of these ruins and how they've kind of sunken a little bit that whatever structure is here, it was placed here long before this was an actual swamp. Its purpose at this point is almost impossible to know, as it's a relic of such an ancient time and so little is left of it that it's just history now, what used to be in this valley.
Huh. Stupid idiots. I'll head over here.
Alrighty, and Ara, as you're coming across the island as well, go ahead and give me a perception check. Because you're peeping, right?
I'm peeping.
Zerg, you can give me one as well as you come out.
I see everything.
28.
With a 28 and a 22, both of you would easily be able to notice that kind of tucked a little underneath this halfling skeleton, clutched in his hand, is an old leather satchel. It looks like it's been rotted just about all the way through. It's not really going to be recoverable at this point, but there's clearly some stuff in it, and visibly the glimmer of coin.
Ooh. I go and rummage.
And sifting through it, you would be able to find a potion, which held in a simple glass vial, seems to have withstood the elements well enough as it's been sealed up by a pretty effective stopper cap and seems to, well, still be functional as whatever the heck it is. And a total of 14 gold pieces spread throughout.
Right.
I throw the gold pieces at Selwyn.
I'll catch all the gold pieces elegantly.
And let me go ahead and just mark this stuff down. I got to keep the running list of potions that we don't know what they are for future reference.
They're in the part of it.
Okay, but when inevitably 5 sessions later we're like, oh right, and we go to check what they are, and I'm like, where did you find this? Yeah, I have to write down what they are so that I know for later.
I have to identify. We got an alchemy kit. Someone bought me an alchemy kit.
That was me. Hi.
I thank you.
You're welcome.
Always wanted one.
You got one.
There you go. Alrighty, and as well, along with that in this satchel is a relatively simplistic and kind of sodden and tattered cloth map. Looks like it's hand-drawn by whoever this unlucky fellow was of this area of the swamp, denoting the 3 islands, the huge one that you're on now, the one to your left, and one further one. It doesn't seem to include what you can see of a little landmass visible here just to the southeast, so it was more recent than that formed, but the other one past that. And a notation on this westernmost island, a brief scribble, Saint Alcaterim's Eye, ? On that third island to the southeast, there is a simple drawing of what appears to be a castle keep.
Of a castle, what now?
A castle keep,
Oh, keep.
like a central building,
How
a
odd.
tower of some kind.
There's a sentry tower from way back when.
Weird.
But whose
Yes.
fire is that?
Yeah, should better go investigate, I guess.
Yeah.
Does this wood look rotted out?
Give me a knowledge check.
Let's see here. Ah, yes. Good 14.
Looks perfectly fine to you.
Perfect. Yes, quite. I'm gonna start moving my way across. It's fine,
And
guys.
as you,
it's fine.
while you are pretty small and don't weigh very much, Barkbeard does appear to be able to pull himself up onto and walk across this log with no difficulty.
It's not a
Zerg.
problem.
Zerg puts a hand across Erebus for a second and just looks into the water. Beads of sweat.
Now, as you try to look into this, it is a marsh. It's not only dark, muddied water, but its top is near covered in algae, making it almost impossible to see anything that lays within. There could be numerous giant frogs.
Wait.
Do you think it's the frogs?
You better go first just to be safe.
I think. Shouldn't the mightiest go first?
That's what I say. I'll go first. Yes.
No, wait. Artemis, this looks 30. Please tell me. I hate to distrust our new tree friend, but he did think a wishbone was a collarbone.
What? No, any bone could be a wishbone. I'm pretty sure. Are you bad
And
mouthing me over there?
he's making his way across the log as this conversation happens.
Slowly,
yes.
Perfectly
carefully.
safe.
Oh, and I'm pretty sure you can make a wish on any type of bone.
You can make a wish on any
Right.
type of bone, but there is a specific bone called the wishbone.
You're a very strange person.
Well, I don't have bones, so
It's true, you do not.
Neither do I.
Zerg's
Hurry
gonna
up
take
back
a
there. You
single
guys are very
caltrop.
slow as molasses.
Gray,
Single caltrop?
you want
single
you want to validate the safety?
You want me to go across before that?
No, I want you to check the tree and see if it's rotten.
I mean, I'll take a look at it.
I'm gonna walk
For fuck's
across.
sake, how's it just so hard?
Well, I don't know what you want me to do, so he's already walking across.
Yeah, he is.
Let me
You're
look
way
at the tree
more.
as
You're on a
he's-
tiny tree.
And
I'm looking
Zerg
at
is
it.
just holding one single caltrop.
Just one, and he's gonna throw it into the water and just watch and see what happens.
As you throw it, it plops through the covering of algae. And it's an odd, I don't know if you've ever gotten the opportunity to witness this, though, is it's really weird. Those algae-covered swamps that literally look like a golfing green or like a putt-putt
they
course,
do.
it actually looks like land. And then you drop something into it, but it's just liquid. It's almost unsettling to watch.
It's really cool.
It is super cool, as it appears to just disappear into a solid liquid, and the caltrop is just gone. And as the water moves, and Ara's making his way across the log, and someone's trying to get Aramis to inspect the log, and Barkbeard's on the other side, peering into the berm of roots here to see what exactly it is that's making this glow. As you play your way down, Barkbeard, you actually don't see any kind of light source whatsoever. You don't see any campfire. There's nothing here. This orange glow just seems to be coming from almost nowhere. But
Oh, it's cursed.
as you look, in mere moments, as you just plop in the distance of Zerg tossing a caltrop into the water, the light itself seems to coalesce into a physical form of almost a screaming, flaming skull. Immaterial
Oh.
and transparent, there set in the berm of the tree itself. And distracted
Dad,
by
what did
this,
you put in the water? What did you put in the water?
it would be the rest
Not
of the
that.
party who sees the second one appear back behind you. And as they arrive, this light appearing and this orange glow that you've all seen growing immensely to an incredibly bright emanation out from each of them as energy starts to crackle around the pair of them, almost like lightning. And it is there, I think, we will take our break.
Bastards.
Yay.
Because I have to pee so bad.
Oh yeah.
I know. I'm sorry I got you that tea
So-
earlier. I didn't
You
think about
gave
that.
me, my girlfriend gave me this huge freaking tea this morning, and now I've had to piss for like an hour. So we're gonna take our break slightly early. I'm gonna run to the bathroom. We will be right back in a couple of minutes. Everybody, stay tuned, because when we return, it's a something. It's gonna be a something here going on, and it's gonna be a something that involves initiative. Be right back. Believe we've got the whole team here. Oh, yes, we do. Fantastic. Well, let me just bring this music all the way down, because I gotta swap this to some slightly different music, because a bunch of spooky skull thingies have appeared and seem to be, well, not really sure. They don't seem to be friendly, though. That much is definitely certain. And let's roll some initiative here, friends. Well, I mean, you also you can not roll it and stand and not. You're not required to participate, I suppose. Okay, un, do. Yes. I rolled some of the worst initiative in the history of the world, if it makes you guys feel any better. Oh, so did you guys, though. There's a lot of really bad initiative. Oh, we're going around. Something in the water. Alrighty. So, as you see these things well into life, incorporeal, transparent, barely even seeming to be a physical presence, the light glowing from the island massively increases in size and visibility. It's bright, almost more than literally the sun streaming down through the treetops into this canyon here and illuminating the swamp. I actually had to roll one more that I forgot. And Sparkbeard, as you're kind of looking at this, wondering what the hell it is that you're even seeing. I worked out it was at the bottom anyway. What the hell it is that you're even seeing? You're distracted for a moment. And before you know it, you have actually sunken some ways into the ground here, as it appears to be so soft it can't even support your weight, and you sink up to your waist before you realize what's happening. Ara, on the log, coming towards this, not sinking, you are the first to react.
I'm always going to try out some new toys here. I'm going to cast, as a one action, or two action, I'm going to cast Magic Fang on myself, choosing my new sea pods as my unarmed strike.
Ooh, okay.
And then I'm going to throw a sea pod at the one directly in front of me, to see if I can figure out how to make actual weapon attacks.
What is a weapon attack? I'm a sorcerer. I don't understand. Please help.
Please help. So since it's 2, it should be +1 to whatever I'm rolling, because it's makes it +1, right?
Makes a +1, yes.
So it'd be 19 to hit.
So as you flip this out with a 19, these things are quite small, whatever they are, about the size of a skull. And with all the roots of this tree writhing and tangling around it, you said the closest one, right? I mean, either way, this thing's fanned out in front of you, and you can't get a great shot, and that's going to sail by.
All right. I'm going to take a moment to learn how this works. All right, that's me.
Arbus.
Seeing that they're sort of fire related, just instincts, I'm going to spin to my right, do a quick motion with my hands, and expand and stomp my foot at one motion and cast a spell directly on top of Barkbeard,
Okay.
exploding outwards with an unseasonable squall. And I know it says in here that they could put out non-magical fires.
Yeah.
That's my thought
It's a-
process.
So you put a blast of wind out waving out from Barkbeard here, and you're kind of buffeted by the eye of the storm surging out around you. And I actually think as these things are barely corporeal, have functionally no weight, as it waves through them, you'll even see their forms ripple a little bit, almost just like mist floating in the air. But it doesn't seem to have any further effect than that. Barkbeard, however, has to take a fortitude save.
Okay.
They don't even have to make a
28.
save or nothing? They have no weight?
With a 28, you will succeed. So you're unaffected by it as well, largely due to the fact that you're kind of glued to the ground that you're sunk in. But no, it seems to have no effect upon them whatsoever.
Less than a bulk. Automatically blown away, but they don't have... Interesting. Maybe just put my shield up a little bit, because that was disconcerting.
Barkbeard.
What can I remember about these types of things?
All right, so you were recalling knowledge at the start of this, so you get one for free here. And it is going to be... What's your occultism modifier?
Occultism is 9.
All right, untrained improvisation. Or are you actually trained in occultism?
I am actually trained in occultism.
I was gonna say +9 would be high if you
I
weren't
was
trained.
not expecting that. That was a surprise.
I tried to take things that I thought would be useful.
And you being a creature of nature yourself, having literally just been a tree up until recently, these wouldn't even be that rare of a creature to you. You would certainly be familiar with at least the very concept of a Willow Wisp. Basically a flying entity that feeds on fear and death. You would know that whatever it is that makes up these strange, not even really fey creatures, but these strange just aberrations of nature, does make them almost natively completely and utterly immune to all forms of magic.
Oh.
Weird. Okay. Well, maybe magic's not so good. Just try hitting them with something of not magicalness. Okay, so am I like continually sinking? Is this like I'm slowly going to sink
You are
into
like Scooby-Doo in quicksand sinking right now. Now you can use an action to make an athletics check or athletics check to swim to either attempt to move or to try to pull yourself out.
Okay, so and next to me these bushes over here, are they like pretty sturdy bushes, or am I a better bet like
around
going
the
over the
edges
log?
look like they are largely just shrubbery and reeds. They don't look particularly strong.
Okay, so I'd better be heading over down. I'm gonna try and move so that if I'm small, can I like grasp onto these?
Yeah, you're gonna need an athletics check
roots
to be
at
able
the
to
end
move,
here?
though.
Okay. 20.
So with a 20, fortunately, your kind of thin, branchy form allows you to sift through this somewhat easily. And then you could use a second action here to pull yourself up onto the log and out of the quicksand itself, if you want. There's no check for that. You can just do that.
Okay, sure.
But as you drag yourself out, that is going to leave you prone on the log. Because you're just kind of pulling yourself up as you can.
So then I will take out a shield. I will just kind of actually just melt into the log a little bit, trying to like line my body up with its creases, and just kind of bring over a cover of bark.
Alrighty. So this nearest Willow Wisp to you, the one you'd seen originally, its glow looking like a campfire, as a strange energy kind of crackles around it, isn't even so much going to move towards you or attack so much that it is just going to float menacingly as this energy gathers and surges, snapping into you almost like small bolts of lightning. And this blast, even on your prone, so you're flat-footed, is going to come down at you for a villain point, which is the second one that I got from formerly Biggest Phallus, is going to come down at you for a 22 to your flat-footed.
Oh, well, that is going to hit.
And that's going to strike you for 12 electricity damage.
Okay.
And then it's going to just continue fountaining this energy into you. But a second swing only for a 14.
And I'm already kind of a petrified piece of wood, so it doesn't really do much damage.
Not super conductive. Before the floating phantasm of the skull itself simply fades out of existence. Now, there's still this glow emanating from where the Willow Wisp was, and there's still these crackling arcs of energy around it. So it's certainly not beyond anybody to tell where the thing still is or what square it's in, but it is fully concealed. And that's actually going to be the second Willow Wisp. Is going to float on up around to the second little Leshy, loosing a discharge of its own energy for a 33.
Ouch.
That's a crit.
So you're taking this a little bit worse. Are going to take 22 electricity damage before this skull, too, kind of shimmers out of existence, leaving just the glow and the crackling energy giving away its general location. Selwyn.
Well, I will try. Well, I'll move here. I don't think I need to make an attempt to do that one.
Yeah, that's pretty easy. I don't think there's any rolls involved.
All right. What is there around that I could use to hit this fucking glowing shape with?
Well, here in the swamp, there's some bits of rubble and stone behind you from this building, but there's also plenty of loose, sturdy enough branches and gnarled roots from the fallen oak tree.
Is Zerg on the turn order?
Is
Sorry?
Zerg not in the turn order? Zerg is not in the turn order. Did you roll initiative?
It is true, yeah. He is not.
Did it?
He rolled a 14.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
in that
okay. It
case-
works out because you're at the bottom anyway. But it's good we do that before we get to you.
Yeah. I'll use the momentum, at least to my mind, momentum, to grab the rock as I'm running and fling it after the one next to Ara. For a 30. Holy shit, I rolled so many 19s on the projectiles.
30 is absolutely going to strike well enough. I had a flat check because it's totally consumed.
Right.
11 plus. It's 50.
Easy enough. Another 19. See, easy enough.
That's going to connect.
Yeah. But not critically.
Not critically, no.
Unlucky. For 8 damage. Wow. Oof. Well, peace, damn famine.
Yep, you'll see that this projectile you throw doesn't so much collide, doesn't connect with an enemy, so much as it just massively slows. It's sailing, it hits that spot, and it twists and loses much of its momentum and tumbles down into the water below. This thing not even seeming to have enough of a physical form to be properly impacted, but you can tell that you definitely struck something pretty soundly. Zerg.
Yes. Zerg is going to prepare a javelin, now that I've remembered that I have them. And holding it out, I'd like to walk slowly across the log.
Okay.
So it's
So you
putting
have
some
it-
distance sort of between me and the thingy.
Okay. So
And
you can.
I'll stop there for now.
All right. That's-
And I'm just going to keep it prepared sort of out the front of me.
Okay. Up on the log, but not making any hasty decisions quite yet. Ara.
I'm going to move back this way and throw a seed pod, I guess. Or no, I'm going to throw a seed pod. I'm going to make multiple decisions at once. I'm going to throw a seed pod at the one I think is closest to me.
Okay. And yeah, it's at the moment it's still very easy to tell what they are.
With a 27.
27 will do it. Give me the 50-50 concealment check.
All right. D29.
But with a 10, that isn't gonna. It's gonna sail through where it looks like he is, but it's not gonna find anything as it just flies off in the distance.
Actually, is even. Yeah, it is. I'm gonna do it again then. It's unarmed. It is a strike, so it's on a -5.
You can just do him. If it doesn't have the agile trait, it's -5. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I don't believe it does.
It doesn't. It doesn't give me any stats for it. It just has a ranged unarmed strike.
So there's no traits. Then it just goes.
Yeah. For so 23 to hit.
22. Oh wait, you have +1. Right?
+1.
Yeah,
so +1.
23. 23. Give me the 50-50.
Let's try this one more time, kids.
We should probably do the 50-50s first for reference. Not that it super matters. And both these seed pods are just gonna sail off into the tree line. Arbus.
Okay. I am going to spin to my right and drop to a knee. Start to swirl my arms around, drawing in some electricity down to my side, and then push forward as I throw a lightning bolt out through both of them from here.
And
thunder.
Your lightning bolt, crackling, blasting out through the shrubbery and reeds on the backside of the island, rips through where both wisps appear to be, completely harmlessly, doing absolutely nothing.
Nothing?
Barkbeard.
I don't even...
I am going to... I kind of grow into this log here.
I'm sorry.
Just kind of rooting myself into its base, and I'm just going to get off of me, and I'm just gonna wave my arms around fairly. Oh, right. We had to do the check first.
You gotta take your stance.
No, that was my
still.
stance.
Oh, okay.
That is my stance. That's what I was saying. I was growing. That was me growing into my. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, so I'm gonna get into stance there. I'm still prone, but I can just grow into this log and sturdy myself. And then D20. Oh gosh, well that one misses.
First swing is gonna miss.
I may use a hero point on that because we do need to actually hit these things eventually. So
also, you have.
I already hit one. Excuse me.
Mm-hmm. That's true. You did hit one.
So when did hit one?
It wasn't. Yeah. It wasn't great, but I did hit one.
And then so yes, let me roll that to a 17.
All right, then that 27 will connect.
For 13 damage.
And you
next
feel
one,
also, it's almost like you're just slapping through pudding. Like, it's not like you're hitting anything solid, but there is a big resistance, and it slows your momentum as you swing into it. Second swing is going to get nothing.
Gotcha. And then I'm going to just kind of, again, I'm kind of grown into this thing just laying down here, and I'm just going to kind of shuffle behind my shield.
Alrighty. And the pair of Willow Wisps, the first here, have a much harder time now that you are in your stance with your shield up. Is just going to continue with this crackling energy, now coming down from just this sort of ominous light, no particular place specifically, for an 18.
And I just can't quite pinpoint what. It's hitting the log next to me and not actually me.
And then again for a 21. You're still on your flat-footed.
Yeah, it still does not.
Before you see the energy that's crackling down around Barkbeard disappear as the light shifts a bit and the Will-O-Wisp moves. You all lose track of where exactly it is. The other Will-O-Wisp, you're going to see surge a bit forward as its little electrified tendrils of energy reach up and around this javelin Zerg is holding, down towards him with a 23.
Yeah, that'll do it.
And you are going to take 7 electricity damage before, as the light shifts once more, this Willow Wisp 2 floats out away, just leaving this faint, omnipresent orange glow across the entire area. Selwyn.
There is a seek.
There is a seek action, yes.
To pinpoint it.
So when
Just
you
a
think, I
perception,
think this
yeah.
is actually the first time we've come up with enemies that are attempting to hide from you mid-combat.
Right.
The seek action now gives you 2 options. You can either pick a 30-foot cone, 90-degree cone coming out from you to search, or a 15-foot burst area that's at any
Right.
distance, really.
So
just use, I guess, the ruler for where you want to look.
directly northwest of me, cone.
Okay. You get to 30 feet around towards the edge of the island, up to here, and down to here. Alright, give me a
And
perception
now-
check.
Yep. Perception.
What do we get?
Sorry.
What do we get?
Sorry. My bad. We've got a 30.
The 30, as you look around, you will see that one of them has floated around to the northern end of the pile of roots attached to the log. Now, currently, you're the only one who can just barely see this shimmer in the air, kind of where the center of this light is emanating from. But there is a second useful action here, point out, which just, once you have detected them, as a second action, you can immediately call it out, and then everybody else sees it too.
I will call it out.
So now everyone can
And,
see that there is the one there. That leaves you with 1 action left. I
It
really
does.
vastly prefer this to first edition's invisibility
Oh,
and
yeah.
stealth mechanics.
Much better.
It's defined now.
I'll cast Race Shield. Or Shield.
Yeah, throwing
I don't
up
really have them.
a quick defensive word here. You're the shot caller now.
Supposedly.
All right, Zerg.
Yes. Shit. Well, I've got this thing prepared, so I'll take another. If I was to not throw this, how long could I use it as like a pokey, like a jab?
Poking stick. Let me see, Javelin. I believe you. Yeah, you totally. You can. It's gonna be pretty poor though. It's gonna deal D4 damage because it's not. It's not really meant for that. It's pretty thin.
Okay. Well, instead, then I'm gonna jab it into the tree log and use it as a lifting point to kick the thing.
Okay. Launch yourself up to the edge of the log.
With a flying kick.
All right, so give me a flat check first because he is still hidden. He is still barely visible.
Yeah. Just a d20.
Just a flat D20. Yep. And
13.
right, the kick's on point. So give me your attack roll.
Oh yeah. Bang. 34 with a crit.
Oh!
Ooh.
The kick is super on point. Wow. You are going to fly directly into that thing, and that's going to critically hit.
12. As a big old Zergy foot comes flying at it.
All right, as you just pound into this thing, you feel yourself almost stop. Your momentum halted almost completely by how solidly you've driven your massive foot into wherever this thing is, and you have 1 action left.
Oh, I'm within hitting range. I'm just gonna go for a Zergy fist at a minus
-4 because you're
4.
not raged.
Yeah, okay, 13.
Yeah, second swipe's not going to land.
But you try it, and that's the important bit.
Aura.
Well, since it's been called out, and I've seen Arvis Phil casting magic twice now, just gonna keep throwing seed pods. I'm gonna roll the flat check against it first. Get some range.
Look at these little seed pods.
One of them's gonna hit eventually.
I love that little sound effect.
So that's the flat
Such a good little
check.
sound effect.
The
So you pass
sound
the
effect makes it sound like it misses all the time. Is what
Shoot
it sounds
through
like.
the air.
So it's a 17 on the flat, and then
All right.
the hit. 15.
So,
16.
yeah, that one unfortunately is going to fly wide.
We're gonna try a second time. Flat check.
And then flat check, it's gonna miss the second one as well.
And we're gonna try a third time because I am
Just
out of ideas. I'm
flinging
out of my
them
element.
seeds. Third one's on point if you got a -10 on the attack roll.
It's just pretty much a flat
Pitching,
roll.
boys, let's go.
Maybe. 10. Oh,
10's
11.
10's not gonna do it. 11's not gonna do it. Yeah, barrage of seed pods flying out towards where Selwyn's indicated, but nothing landing. Arbus.
And I'm not sure. Did he even see it in the first place? Oh, I guess Zerg did.
Well, yeah,
Yeah, Zerg.
Zerg crit kicked it. Zerg absolutely saw it.
Yeah, I mean, Zerg was always my favorite disciple.
I'm out of my element.
That was Arbus, and it's her turn.
Hey, okay, boy. Let's see how far I can go here. Ooh, I want to measure.
We'll get him, Arbus.
I'm sure that's not 20 feet. I won't be able to get there. And
Remember the right click. Remember the power of right clicking.
yeah,
The waypointing.
The waypoint.
20 is here.
I'm going to just double move then to right behind Zerg
Okay.
and put my shield up.
And Barkbeard.
Okay, I'm going to crawl in between the roots of this tree that's fallen over. Watch your feet, please don't step on me. And then I'm just going to wave, try and smack this thing out of the air again.
You got the optimum form for this, right? You just wave branchy hands as your attack anyway, so
Exactly,
you just
exactly.
kind of rake back and
exactly.
forth and hope you catch something.
The first one does not make it. I'm still trying to crawl in between the branches here. Second one, hopefully
Second one gets a swing.
will make. Let's try. -5, oof. Still only a 16.
Hey, 16 is not going to land.
And then just in case the Zerg steps on me, I'm going to have my shield up over here.
All right. So you feel another crackle of electricity. As a
Exactly why I put my...
Willow Wisp comes around behind you to continue trying to zap you. And this surge is going to come through at a 21 to your flat-footed.
It does not. It's really having trouble pinpointing me versus the other tree.
Before
We
it
look very
disappears
similar.
again. Fading out. Synergy just dispersing once more. The other one is going to let loose its electric blasts against Zerg. And these are against your flat-footed as well, just because you can't see exactly where they're coming from. Oh!
Irrelevant to Zerg.
What does deny advantage say?
Deny advantage specifically says your foes struggle to pass your defenses. You aren't flat-footed to hidden, undetected, or flanking creatures.
There you go.
Do you
little more
have
to that, I
like
think.
one piece of paper that is
Of
only...
your level or lower.
Lower than your level, I'm pretty sure it calls out.
I think it's of your level or lower. If equal meets it, then yeah, you're not flat-footed.
Of your level or lower.
All right, because they
Oh.
are 5th level creatures. All right, so I wasn't sure if they had to be lower than you. You're good. Not
That was
flat-footed
close.
then. Not flat-footed. This is the most value anyone's ever gotten out of an ability. So this surge is going to hit you for a 32.
Ooh, yeah, that'll critically hit anyway.
Hey, 32 will?
32 will critically hit. Yeah, I'm 22 AC.
Oh, I thought you were 23. Fair enough.
So
And
yeah,
you-
fuck me.
I thought that was going to be... I thought you were 23, and that working was the difference between it critting you or not. It's still
No,
cool,
it still
but
sucked.
you did end up critting you anyway.
Almost cool.
Almost cool.
That was actually my nickname in high school.
Almost cool.
Yeah,
Well,
they were
funny.
mean to me.
It sounds like it.
This surge of lightning is gonna rack through Zerg for 28 electricity damage
Fucking shit.
before a second blast will loose as well for a 24.
That hits.
which is going to electrify him for a further 14 damage.
Uh-huh.
Before again, it simply glimmers out of view.
Fucking great.
Selwyn.
All right. Where did the other one glimmer out from?
It was from next to Barkbeard. One zapped Barkbeard and one zapped Zerg. One zapped Barkbeard once, one zapped Zerg twice because it was already there.
Right. I'll move to here. Do the same thing. Slightly northwest.
Okay.
Like.
Give me the center. Just go ahead and draw the center of your gun for me.
Like so.
Okay, so you're looking like this way.
Yes.
The island. It's a 90-degree cone. The island.
Yeah.
All right.
Oops, that was the initiative. Sorry.
Oopsie boopsie.
19.
The 19, as you move up and look, now it seems much more difficult to pinpoint them. You still see this glow, but they're near each other, and it's hard to see the center of it. There's nothing that stops you from trying again with Seeking, but 19 does not show you either of them.
I don't think so, no, right? I would like to try again then. 24.
24 also will not reveal them.
Alright. That's me.
Someone comes up looking, you can clearly tell she's focusing, eyes narrowed, but she doesn't call anything out. Zerg.
I'll call out Ion, she's shit.
Oh, there you go. Calls out something, but it's not helpful.
I'll look to see if I can see the fucking thing. Just
Okay, and you're just
perception,
looking across across the island.
and
Where
can I
are
just
you,
do a
Well, you
It was
can
cone or
just do a
burst, right?
burst. You can do 15 feet and pretty much just look at the whole island. Give me a
sweet, and that's
perception check.
perception check.
Yep.
20.
Yeah, with a 20, you can't see exactly where they disappeared to. A little bit of your own blood in your eyes, maybe.
Then I'm gonna move behind Barkbeard. And
So you're gonna step down onto the island to get to there.
oh, right, okay. Well, I guess I'll do that.
That's what
I'll
you
step
were.
off the thing, yeah.
Oh,
If I
down.
can step like around him and get there, then.
Okay, yeah, you can do that. So as you
still have another
step
action?
down onto the island, you step down, your feet stamping a couple inches into the muck. As you get down there, you sink down about to your knees almost immediately.
Oh shit, this is not. Why did you not say anything, Bark? Why you not tell me?
I thought it was obvious, but
I'm not looking at ground, I'm looking at enemies. What is problem?
You have, one action left.
I'll tell you next time. For sure. Don't worry. Just climb out of it if you feel like it.
You can make an athletics check to pull yourself back up on the wall. Ooh.
Yeah, that's a natural one. I got 15.
Try harder.
So, as you reach to try to pull yourself up with a critical failure, your panic will actually sink you deeper. As you see Zerg
man.
kind of flailing here, sinks in seconds up to his shoulders in this muck. Ara.
Okay. Why is it always Zerg? R starts to chant out, "From my heart I give to you the protection," and cast heal on Zerg as a third level.
Big heal.
Yes, sir. That is.
And save him from drowning in mud.
It won't save him from drowning, but it'll save him from getting zapped. Hopefully.
That's what you think.
Hey, quick math. What's 8 times 3?
8 times 3, 24.
Thank you. I don't have math head. For a total of 32.
Jesus.
Zerg's gonna get 32 health back.
So
as you're sinking, you feel your wounds kind of close as the Ara's magic takes hold of you.
the rest is up to you, Zerg.
The mud feels good on your injuries.
The natural thing. Can I just seek over the log?
You can, yes.
Yeah.
You as well, since 30 feet is going to be fairly far, you can also seek a 15-foot burst of just generally the island.
Okay. And it's just a perception, right?
Just a perception check.
26.
You see them, but you have no actions left to call them out.
I have no way to call them out, but I see them.
But you see them.
They're here. They're
Artemis.
definitely here.
I want to look for him too. Try to look for him too.
Give him the eye. He sees.
Perceive, right?
Perception check, yes.
28.
With a 28, you too would see the pair of them lurking in the reeds, and with a second action, you could call them out.
Okay, I will point and call him out. They're behind you.
As you see and call out exactly where they are, it's actually going to take you 2 actions to call out each of them. As you can pinpoint a creature.
Okay.
So
You're right.
Artemis is taking over scouting duties here. But Barkbeard, now in the roots, Zerg sinking below you, you can see with her guidance the shimmer in the reeds.
Well, those are awfully far away, I would say. Zerg, you're looking very short at the moment. I'm going to wrap my vines around Zerg's head and pull. So I'm going to
Chiropractor.
grapple.
Yeah, give me an
fine.
athletics check.
Okay. 25.
So with a solid yank on just his head, his neck gets a little bit longer, and he managed to pull him up to about his waist with one action.
Perfect. Well, I can flurry of blows that and do that again with -5.
It's
Is it a -5 when it's not attacking?
It's not attacking, so you don't take the -5, and it's not like a. It's just you're doing athletics to try to haul them out. It's not like a maneuver. You're just like yanking on it, so it's flurry of maneuvers isn't gonna apply to that.
Oh, okay. Well, it wouldn't have worked anyway, so that worked out alright. But okay.
You got him up enough. He's not in imminent danger of disappearing into the mud. So.
Okay, so then I guess I will go back over here. And I guess put my shield up. I'm crawling. I don't have legs anymore. I'm
Yes,
just
you,
going to.
Yeah, call
Actually, I
out of
might
this.
stand up. I might as well stand up. I haven't been standing up this whole time. I'm gonna stand up here.
You stand up and wade out into this, sinking alongside Zerg.
No.
up to about
I
here.
was just gonna be on that.
You
right?
cannot go any further than this without going onto the island.
Oh, okay. Well, I will stand up and then I will shield, I guess.
Okay.
I just saw those little branches and I thought those were.
So you'll see this wisp as you kind of lose sight of it for a second before it reappears, energy crackling around it, sensing weakness of a man stuck in this muck. Energy surging with a 22 down towards Zerg once more.
Only just manages to scrape me.
And you're going to take a further 13 electrical damage before once again the thing just fades out of view, flying off somewhere else. And the other one is going to similarly take the opportunity to bully the oppressed and let loose another surge of electricity with a 31.
Not a crit.
There it is, because there's your deny advantage.
Yeah.
Because that'd be your flat-footed if you didn't have it. Hey, we still got the value. We got there, boys. For 8 electricity damage before it also shimmers out, flying off. Felwyn.
I'm gonna hold until after Artemis.
And move you down here. So on the Quicksands initiative, As Zerg struggles, you helped him up, but he's gonna sink a little further back down, back to his shoulders again before he's really able to get free. Zerg.
I guess I'll athletics to pull myself out.
All right, give me the athletics check.
28.
28 will succeed, and pulling on this trunk, you'll manage to haul yourself up to about your waist. Another
already
one
at
would
my
get you
waist.
out.
Was I not already at my waist from Hemlock?
You then sunk again on the quicksands initiative.
Oh, right. Let's go again. 32. Get me out of there.
32 is a critical success, so yeah, you can haul yourself all the way out, and you want to pull yourself back to where you were?
Is Barkbeard sinking at the moment?
No, he's on the edge
No,
of the
no,
ridge.
I'm
He's
fine,
on
I'm fine.
he's on the very end of it.
Okay. And I'm going to reclaim my javelin that I stabbed into the log in the first place.
All right, as you haul yourself out here, pulling probably onto that to get out, you'll free yourself, but you have to pull yourself arm over arm out of the muck up onto the log, and you're going to end up prone.
Oh, okay, sure. All right, well, then I'll...
You do have
Is
one
that-
action
is that-
left. If you can stand up instead of grabbing the javelin.
I will stand up.
All right. Zerg has become the mud monster now. Just all the way up to his neck, basically, just covered in this sheet of dripping, oddly thick, but somehow still viscous and liquid mud. Ara.
Selwyn, I got a question.
Yeah, what?
What's stopping us from leaving?
Nothing, I suppose, but these things are evil and they must die.
They're also
Yeah.
very close to your campsite.
Also that, yeah. Well, that's
Yeah,
less
but-
important.
This doesn't seem like an ideal place to, fight. But I am going to.
I mean, it's true, but do you really think we can get those two idiots to get off that log?
Hey, Zerg, the strongest man alive don't stand on that log. I'm gonna cast Heal on him again as a 3rd level. Make the button work.
The strongest men alive don't stand on that log.
I heal him again for 39.
So that's going to heal you, I think, up to your cap, given your drain status.
I am exactly on 2 short of my cap.
So it heals up
Yeah.
the electricity burns real well. There's one
Can
action
we-
left.
Can we please just back off the log? I'm gonna back up.
Arvis.
The log can sense weakness.
I mean,
Please?
yeah, I mean, I'll follow his lead and
No!
run over to here, and I'm gonna look.
You
for
idiot! You're
them.
a scout!
I'm gonna look for them again.
Alright, so as you search this burst of the island itself, give me your perception check.
Okay.
It heals an abjuration. Heals necromancy. Don't worry yourself.
18.
At first glance looking, it's impossible to pinpoint where they are.
Shit.
Try again. Got one action left.
Shit. Let me try to see them again. 26 this time.
So as you stop and focus here at the end of the log looking, you're fairly certain that you should be able to pinpoint them, but you can't. You don't see them in this 15-foot burst of the area around the island, but as you look around, almost kind of marred by the sunlight, it looks like the glow has raised up. They may be higher in the air. So,
I call that out, I guess.
I'm gonna move off the log. And I'll ready an attack if one of them comes on me. Comes to me.
oh, now that's thinking of portals. All right, Barkbeard.
I suppose that's not a bad idea. I'm going to scoot. Do some good scootings. I guess to down here. And then I'm going to almost disappear into this log on this other end of the log and just raise my shield and then just kind of melt back and just kind of disappear into it.
Ultimate and shield technology. So the first of the wisps would finally show itself as you retreat the glow of the Willow Wisps seems to follow as they come after you, before coalescing in a crackling ball of energy above you and Arabis. This lightning seems to surge down now, avoiding Barkbeard, crackling into the druid. And Arabis, it's going to come to you for a 29.
That's it. That will hit me.
As this surges through, seemingly surprisingly weak shock, you're only going to take 6 damage before it fades from view once more, relocating.
Okay.
And then the other one is going to come to Zerg here, its favorite little zapping treat, as the light seems to descend down onto him. And it appears as energy arcs down from almost 30 feet up above before lashing out with a 27
Yeah.
to deal 12 damage and disappearing once more as the glow ascends up into the air. Zerg.
I'm running the fuck off of this. Look, I'm
Song
getting up.
sucks. This place sucks. Everything sucks.
Yeah. That fucking sucks.
So, what's your speed? 25?
I assume so.
So just for reference, you can get here in a single move action,
Oh, sure.
but which is just off the other end
Yeah.
of the log. Okay.
I will do a perception to see if I can see where the things
Where
are.
are you looking?
I'm gonna look. Doesn't matter.
Oh no!
I was gonna look north.
All right.
He just looks straight
He's
up.
looking for frogs again. You don't want to get ambushed by frogs while you're fighting Willow Wisps. Oh, you can try again, of course.
Where are the flying frogs gone?
He has no idea.
Oh my
yeah.
god!
Yeah, it's about. That's what I expected.
Ara.
Gonna step behind Zerg. I'm gonna ready to throw a seed pod at the first one that shows up.
All right. Arbis. You've been lightly singed now. Tingly feeling.
Not sure how to proceed. I'm just going to bop Zerg in the shoulder with my staff, casting magic fang on him. Give him some magic fists to his unarmed strike.
+1 striking fists now.
Damn it! That does not work, does it?
Yeah, he has those just naturally.
I figured he already had that. Well, I'm just gonna look then. Just look around. I guess have a look.
All right, give me a look, buddy. Where are you looking?
The other side of the log. That area over there.
You're
And
looking.
onwards where the glow went.
Well, yeah. I mean, the whole
Yeah.
area is illuminated. You're looking
Yeah.
back down towards that, or are you looking up in the air?
Up in the air, because I had a tip that that's where they were.
I mean,
All right. You see them. Do you use your other 2 actions to point them out?
Yes. 2 hands. Point directly to them.
One of them has retreated back to the northern end of the island, is hovering about 10 feet above the muck, while the other one has taken to the air. And looking up, it's almost hard to see past the sun, the afternoon sun hanging overhead. But near 30 feet up in the air, that one is hanging at a distance, waiting, which means, all right, you can fling a seed pod if you want to.
They're not in range. I don't know how
Oh.
range weapons work. Yeah, it's
You have a 30-foot range increment. Outside of the first range increment, you can still throw. And the northern one's going to be in the second increment. The really high up one's going to be in the third, just from how high up he is. It's just a -2 for each increment. So you can fling it, or you can still wait as a reaction. Use it when you want to.
yeah. I'll still wait.
All right. Selwyn.
right. I'd like to throw a telekinetic projectile. If I can.
Which one?
Which one's closest?
The one closest is the northern one because it's just much lower to the ground. The other one's 30 feet in the air. The little wingy icons on him is how high up they are.
All right, I'll
10
shoot at
feet
that
to
one
30
then.
feet. It's hard to represent 3D combat.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Space.
I should have rated flat check, but I believe in myself. 21, is that even enough to hit?
Yeah, I'm gonna put your flat check as irrelevant there.
Yep. Alright, I guess that's me.
Barkbeard.
So this one at the bottom, this one bottom is super high up.
The
wouldn't
southern
be
one
able
is
to catch
30
him.
feet up in the area.
Well, this is a lovely outing, I say, but well, you know, if they kill us in our sleep. Well, you know, that's such is life, I say. Maybe we should be moving on. Anybody opposed to this? I'm gonna wait for a second, see if any of them move. I don't know.
Alrighty. Well, the first wisp is now just going to come sailing down towards nearest thing as everyone's retreating. Selwyn. We're just gonna lease this crackling energy for a 19, actually.
I dodged out of the way.
I'm gonna throw my seed pod at it.
Now you can fling your seed pod.
Yes,
Give me the
sir.
flat check first, because they never become fully. They're not manifesting fully.
Yeah.
Ooh, pass the concealment check.
Then we do this. To 21.
Did not pass the hitting.
Mhm.
So as that passes through, and this shock misses, it's gonna fade out once more. This eternal cat and mouse hit and run strategy, making it near seemingly impossible to mount any kind of defense against. Now this one is pretty far away, and he is going to sail down into the middle, down towards everyone, towards the guy he's been having pretty solid success electrocuting. And he's just going to attempt to zap Zerg once more. Energy flowing out for a 21.
No dice. Zerg has had enough.
And as you make some distance, as this thing comes down crackling towards you, it was high up enough in the air, it double moved to get there. So that's its turn. Zerg.
Good. I'm gonna grab it.
Okay. Give me an athletics check.
Check the sheet.
Well, give me the flat check first, because it's still 50% concealment chance. Oh,
Damn it.
Hero point. Fuck you.
oh, okay.
Okay.
Oh, passes the concealment.
12.
Give me the athletics. Yeah, it's just 11 plus. It's just 50-50.
Oh,
So,
okay.
Give me the athletics check.
26 on the athletics check to grab.
My God.
You grab it.
And
while it
gonna
looks-
hold on.
It looks near transparent, barely visible, almost like air. But the only things you've successfully done to it so far are hit it with physical weapons. In fact, it's immune to outright anything else. You can absolutely just grab this floating skull thing, and though it doesn't have a perfect form for you to really grip, you can contain it.
And
All right,
contain it I
keep
will.
holding that.
You have 2 actions left. You could start hitting it like.
Oh, yeah, well, I'll give it a good old pummel.
So
Nerd.
it's
What were you
25
gonna say?
minus 4 because you grabbed it.
25?
It is still impossible to pinpoint, so I still need the flat check.
Really?
Yes.
Are you serious?
It's waving around in your hands. There's no like physical thing anyone can see. You're just trying to like knee it and stuff.
God damn it.
You're
I've got it.
swinging
I
it.
just can't see it.
Exactly. You're kind of clutching at something, but you can't see it. You have 1 action left.
I'm just gonna maintain grip. If you want me to roll for that, whatever. I just
Nah,
wanna
you
maintain
already
it.
have it. You don't have to do anything for that. You've got him.
It's not going anywhere.
I've got
Alright.
it. They've got it. It's here somewhere.
Gonna throw seed pods at it. While he has a hole held in.
This is the moment.
Yep. Flat check.
First one misses.
Second one.
Second one misses.
Third one.
Third one misses.
Okay.
Aravis.
All right.
He's just flinging
Louise.
seats like crazy.
Jeez Louise. I am. I am struggle with that. I'm gonna lean back and become a black wolf with blue highlights in my fur, and I'm gonna try to bite what he's holding. My teeth.
You're trying to grab this invisible thing. Seed pods are flying all around you. Aravis is trying to jump and bite at it like a dog, an actual dog trying to take your food. You get one swing. Give me the concealment.
That's my swing.
Concealment passes. Give me the attack roll.
Oh, that was my attack roll.
That was a concealment. Give me the attack roll. Concealment
all
first.
right. Damn it. You're right. Oop. Put it wrong.
He is also flat-footed, so he's invisibly flat-footed.
Okay. 25.
25 will hit. You bite and rip through something.
I mean, that will take those. We'll absolutely take those. That was 5. Okay. For 12 piercing damage.
And with that, as you rip through this, you hear almost a pop as the surge of energy let loose in this thing is just released into the air around you. A jolt enough to make your hair stand on end, but not do anything else as Zerg feels this first Willow Wisp fall apart in his hands. One down.
Still holding it though, because I don't know for sure.
Selwyn.
I'll cast Ray Shield and I'll ready an attack for when it comes.
All right, Barkbeard.
I will just start looking around. See if I can find the other one, kind of in the general area over on the other side.
All right. So looking down the island or up in the air?
Down the island.
All right. You don't see anything down the island with your first glance.
Okay, I guess I'll look a little bit higher up in the air, change 22.
You don't see anything higher up either.
Well, it must have gone. Well, yeah, these things might be for kind of chickens. Maybe they're afraid of us.
You have one action.
Okay. I guess I can. I'll look again. I'll look at the down below just again. Yes, nope, definitely nothing there. I suppose I guess. Well, that's wisdom.
And this glow again starts to increase in magnitude as, regardless of Selwyn's readied stance, the energy manifests right above her. Give me a concealment check, Selwyn.
Okay. I will hero point.
Make it
Yeah.
stop.
Well,
Oh man.
yeah.
With
off
a
this
Unlucky.
ride.
swing, unfortunately, finding nothing. This energy coming together surges down once more for 21.
And I also have the advantage, so I stuck out of the way, if only just barely.
Before it fades out yet again. And Jasteron, contributing from the stands here, throw one hero point to Zerg, and for fairness' sake, one villain point to Squid. I'll take that.
Aaron is my east.
That seems totally fair. Thank you, Jasteron. Zerg, speaking of, it's your turn.
Oh boy, I'm fairly sure now that my hands are empty. I'll also do a burst look to see if I can find this thing.
You're looking back at the island or above the island or somewhere else entirely?
You know what? I'll actually cone towards the island.
Okay, like a 30-foot cone. I think it's the near side of the island.
13.
13, you don't see anything with that orange glow. It's impossible to pinpoint its source with first look.
I'm gonna back up. Back here.
Okay.
And ready a javelin.
Readying is too big. Oh, you can pull out a javelin. I see what you mean. Yeah, draw one.
Yeah, just not actually ready, just getting it hot in
Yeah,
my
sorry,
hand.
terminology. That was my bad. Ara.
I'm going to do a search and a cone, looking towards cell 1, looking past cell 1.
Okay, so like from here out this way.
Yeah, from the direction I saw it come from and beam me into cell 1.
Okay.
These things are bullies.
They're the biggest bullies.
24.
24. You don't see any sign of it, but looking out this way past Selwyn, the glow seems to fade. It doesn't look like it's that far from the sinking island.
I'm just gonna ready a C-pod. Ready to throw one when it shows its ugly, stupid face.
Just prepare yourself as well as you can. It'll come there eventually, right? And you got that going for you, which is nice.
System.
Okay. And after you, with all of this sound and these spells and this swinging and these electrical jolts and all of this going on here, you're putting on, honestly, a pretty fair good circus right here. And it seems to have attracted some further attention. As coming out from the swamp below you...
What the fuck?
That's not a frog.
What is
the
that?
swamp itself seems to take shape and just ooze rolling up as a ball of algae up onto the shore. And as it does, as this thing comes forward, one arm, almost a pseudopod formed of black muck, is going to extend outward, stretching this algae like a cloth along its length as it reaches down, slapping towards Arbus.
Yeah.
And this thing is gonna slap down at you for roll 20, thank you. For a villain point is what it's gonna do.
Come on now.
From Loopy Caster.
Come on.
Gonna slap down at you for a 35.
Jesus. Fucking crit. Well, that's a crit.
So as this thing hits, just the massive weight of the swamp muck slamming down on you is going to connect for 32 damage. But soon after, you're also going to feel a pretty severe burning through your fur on your skin underneath, as you feel it even burning away the outer coat of your wolf, and you take 14 more damage as acid. And then this thing pulls back, glommed completely around Arbus, grabbing her and dragging her nearly into the mass. What kind of armor do you have, Arbus?
Me.
Nothing right now, right?
Well, because I'm a wolf.
Oh, is it all melded into your form when you're a wolf?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I just turned into a wolf.
It's always a
and everything.
50-50 whether it melds into you or just kind of hangs on you weirdly.
In first edition, it melted into you.
I'm pretty sure it melds into you.
Yeah.
Well, but Arbus, it is your turn now.
Okay. Can I try to free myself as
Yes.
a wolf?
Yeah, there's still the escape action. It's acrobatics, athletics, or an unarmed strike, which would just be a regular strike for your wolf, versus its athletics DC.
Okay. Athletics and attack are the same, so let's just try to bite it out, I guess. For a, I might, my hero point that just because.
Safety first.
Yeah, safety first, exactly. Okay.
Are you? Is that okay? Hero pointing it or okay?
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
I am doing it. Boy, we are not
Nice.
getting fucking value in those today, huh? Oh my
Bryn
god.
has. Nobody else is. With a 16, as you attempt to writhe and struggle, this thing is near all around you. Just a massive bulk of this, like a thick, viscous tar, almost solid and seemingly near impossible to struggle free from. You can try again, but it does have the attack trait, so it'll be a -5.
Shit.
Actually, that critically fails, which means you can't make any more attempts to escape this turn. You got two actions
Since I'm a
left.
wolf, I can't. Well, I got two actions.
Yeah. You are grabbed, which means that you are immobilized and flat-footed, but you can still do basically everything else. You can even cast. It's just you have to pass a flat check to do it.
But how
Grab
can
is
I
not-
cast as a wolf?
Well, you
when-
can't as a wolf. I mean, hypothetically. Grabbed is
Yeah.
not nearly as severe in Second Edition. It's not. You can't do anything, and also you're screwed forever.
Ah, man. All right, since I can't try to escape, I'll just try to attack him then.
And as you do, Jasteron says, "Poor Aramis, have a comfort hero point."
Oh, thank you. I need a comfort hero point right
All right,
now.
give me an attack roll. Is it a -5 because it's again escape has the attack trait?
Okay. So that's the
28.
28's definitely gonna hit. It's literally it's an ooze. It literally doubles its AC. It's not hard to hit. Hitting the ooze is not the hard part.
All right. For 11 piercing damage.
And as you chomp, your jaws actually seem to shear through this thing surprisingly easily. So easily, in fact, that you split it into a second ooze. There are now 2 of them.
Sorry. I mean,
You have 1 action left.
I want to bite it again. Gonna stop there, I guess. I don't have any single stuff.
Selwyn.
Right. I'll move up. And attack normally. Although I don't think it matters since it's a news in the first place. Oh, that's Sarkvatsky. That's the wrong sheet. Don't want that one. For 21 for 9 slashing damage.
21 will hit pretty easily. And as you hit it, it reacts almost violently. This massive form that's split apart, bubbling and pushing back, shoving you and Barkbeard out of the way as it splits again.
All right. I'll try slashing it again. Let's just make a whole lot of them. Surely they'll run out someday.
Maybe they'll kill the Willow Wisp.
You can tell as
25.
you're slashing them that it's splitting itself in mass. So each of these that are coming apart have significantly less mass to them, and though they are still huge and take up a large area, you're kind of spreading it around. You are literally spreading them thin.
Yeah, for 11 on the same one.
And this will split again with a further form splashing out into the swamp here. Barkbeard.
Well, this looks much easier to hit. I'm just going to go smack this thing.
The one right next to you?
Yeah, the one right next to me. Oh my god. Natural ones all over the place. Okay, I'll use another hero point. Look at this.
You have used 2 hero points today!
One session, I know.
I want everyone to be proud of
Insane.
Bryn for spending any amount
You
of
better be
rewards.
proud of me. Okay, so that's a 19.
19 will hit.
And then second hit, oof, only a 12.
A 12 will actually miss. It won't hit enough of this thing. So
I hit the first time so hard that it kind of jiggles it out of the way for the second hit.
So how much did you do with the first hit?
13.
Alright, so yeah, you beat into it solidly in the second hit, just splashing against what you've already largely knocked out of this thing. And this, having split so many times, that it seems like you would be able to splat this specific one away with almost relative ease.
Well, I guess I will just sit here and take cover and then do that
The
stuff.
biggest shield.
Can't really do a whole lot here.
Can you do a second again?
I could at a -10.
Well,
I guess it would be.
better
Yeah,
than
they do.
nothing, right?
That's true.
Well,
That's
I thought
true.
she
That's
can block,
true.
take
That's true.
cover.
That's
She
true.
can 2-action block with her shield
true.
and super block. I figured is what she was
That's
doing.
true, but I mean, if they hit me, they hit me, right? Okay, that's a good idea. Okay, so I'll hit one more time and for a 15.
15 will hit.
What?
So for another 13
It is a
damage.
giant ooze. It's not hard to hit.
And then, can I hit again?
Yeah, it's still a -10.
For a
Actually, doesn't go
-10?
above -10.
Aha! Perfect.
You've reached the peak. It doesn't get any
Oh,
worse.
nice.
20 damage, or 20 for 13, more 13 damage.
That'll hit again. And as you do, you'll actually, as Berkeley just pounds on the ground here with his falling stone strikes, splashing through the split portion of the ooze, you will actually batter it away entirely, back down into the swamp.
Good thinking, Selwyn. You know, it's that kind of moral support we're looking for in this party.
High five. I'll high five Aura, and he can wave it to Barkbeard.
Just hold my hands up on either side.
Yeah.
The Willow Wisp reappears hovering near directly over the group.
Get out of here already, you
Seeing-
stupid Willow!
Immediately.
Oh, you had your ready. Right.
Yeah, immediately.
17 passes concealment. Oh, forgot about our wisp friend.
22.
22 is not going to do it.
No. Hero point.
No.
So please
no,
go away.
I'm tired of this stupid thing.
Hell yeah. Woo.
What about
Better.
27
27 will hit,
for 3 damage?
dealing 3 damage. And as
Better
your
than
pod
nothing.
passes through this and then twirls off into the ground beyond, it's going to turn almost agitated to you before channeling this conduit of energy down towards Ara
Leave my Zerg alone.
for a 21.
Yeah, that hits.
So happy.
As it zaps you, you are going to take 12 electrical damage before it disappears from sight once more.
Goddamn thing.
They feed on fear, but they're cowards.
They feed on fear. They can't eat their own fear.
That sounds stupid and silly.
Yeah.
Zerg.
Idiots.
Ah, fucking Jesus Christ. What a mess.
This has spiraled out of control very rapidly.
Zerg's gonna move up here and punch the swamp.
It's what you were looking for the whole time. There's probably a frog in there.
It very well could be.
Oh, it looks a lot like a frog.
25,
25 will hit.
Yeah, get it.
6 bludgeoning damage.
All right, and the solid strike. As you're just punching away at this like massive tar ball of swamp water.
I forgot I was holding a javelin. I'll throw it. I'm here. May as well.
Okay, just stick it. Just throw it point blank range into this thing.
What was the thing again? It was D.
Plus
sorry.
10, but it's -5, so plus 5.
Roll D20 plus 5. Fuck you.
Oh,
D20
sorry.
plus 5. 20.
Yeah, so your javelin will pierce through, and after you hit this and feel some pretty solid, sturdy resistance, this is a very solid object, very different from the wisp. Your javelin almost seems to disappear into the thing, boring a massive hole through it, which splits it into another slime.
Damn it.
That splits,
Damn it.
oozing up around the ruins next to you. Aura. Now, I know you've been waiting. Shit-eating grin on your face. Never has a thing been more your moment than this one.
Yeah.
Never has anything been served up on a silver platter for anybody as much as this exact situation for you.
I have some bad news.
Oh no.
Zerg almost died. That's the bad news.
Man.
I don't have anything left.
All of his third-level spellcasts.
Use your turns.
I got scared for Zerg.
My
Well,
body
I
was
guess
so
we should just
ready for
stop
the
streaming
fireball.
now and go sulk in a corner forever.
Right, Ara.
Get.
So instead, I'm going to elemental motion or elemental toss the furthest, or the ooze directly in front of Zerg.
Oh, the one that's here in the middle.
Yeah, 13 to hit.
13 is not going to do it.
Fuck.
I'm bad at this game, guys. I just should not show up for
Fuck you.
anymore.
No, you believe. 2 actions left.
I'm gonna produce Sling. The exact same one.
Oh, that's a lot better.
There you go.
Way better.
Yeah. For 15 fire damage.
So the 25, yeah, that hits solidly and will deal 15 damage to this ooze, searing away a fairly large chunk of the thing. Now is the turn of the bad times. The first ooze that already has a solid grip on Aribus here is just going to put more of its mass into holding on. And it is first going to athletics check to maintain the hold. What is your fortitude DC?
12.
So it is. You know your fortitude is 2.
No, you mean, I thought you meant the number.
Oh, so 22.
So 22, yeah.
22. It's going to critically succeed. What? With a 38. And as it oozes around you, it almost encapsulates Aribus entirely. And you're now restrained, so you can take no actions except escape. And as it wraps around, it compresses, crushing you in a ball of this tar that's just oozing up onto the shore. Make me a fortitude save.
That's a hero point. Another one. God damn it.
But we have
The
more.
good news is you can't really roll it lower.
Yeah, you don't say like you can. Don't say that. There's exactly
I
one
wanna
number
see-
on the d20 that is lower
I
than
want
2.
to see it. I want to see it.
Alright, that's a little bit better. 24.
24 is going to fail, but not critically fail, what the 14 would have. So, as it spends 2 actions crushing you, you are going to take a total of 27 damage, but it wasn't a critical failure. So, Aribus disappears into this ball of ooze here. This pudding is gonna kind of blop up over the ruins to the back and then extend out a tendril sweeping around almost lazily towards Barkbeard, counting on its massive size to make the difference. For a 21. Barkbeard.
Oh, sorry. Nope.
And as that kind of fails, it just puts more mass into the tendril and attempts to overwhelm you through sheer size. For a 24.
I did not raise my shield, unfortunately, so
Stance, but your shield's
just yeah, so just hits.
And just unable to ward off the sheer bulk of this thing. It is going to crush onto you for 11 points of damage.
Okay.
and a further 10 points of acid damage. And what? You don't have any armor either.
Yep, I do not.
You're just naked. Okay.
I am a naked man.
The third one is going to let loose with a pseudopod towards Selwyn. It's going to swing down for a 21.
All right, dodge out of the way.
Just very slow, and similar to what just happened, it's going to attempt to just add more mass and overwhelm you.
Please don't.
For what?
Please don't.
For a 28.
Well, my pleas have not been heard.
And as it grabs onto you as well, it's going to pull you in. The sheer size and weight of the thing dealing 15 damage. Whoopsies. Spoilers, that's the acid damage. And then an additional 8 acid damage. You're wearing armor.
Yeah, I'm wearing leather.
Leather?
Yep.
So let me see. Leather has hardness 4, so your armor is going to also take that 8 acid damage and take 4 damage. As it starts to eat away at your cuirass, this acid dissolving it with blinding alacrity, just like it's kind of dissolving you at the moment.
Yeah.
The other slime, very, very, very slow, is gonna slurp around here and then completely non-sentient. 50-50, 1, 2, 3 Barkbeard, 4, 5, 6 Aura. At Aura. For a 21.
You hit.
As it just barely has to, this seems about as fast as this thing can possibly go as it comes around the corner. That hit is going to knock Aura down with 20 plus some amount of acid damage. Which rearranges this a little bit to be here. And brings us to Selwyn. Now, all 4 of these, rather than the ones come around the backside, are pretty significantly weakened. They're much less large than the initial mass had been, and there isn't really much to them aside from what's clinging to you and just spread across the space behind you.
Right.
Selwyn.
First, I will stab the one in front of me, the one holding me.
Right.
For 30 and 10 damage.
Yeah, definitely gonna hit. And again, just going to split at just spreading, almost splashing back into a thin veneer of another slime behind it.
As there should basically be nothing left of the one in front of me, right?
Pretty much nothing left.
And I'll beat the shit out of it. For a... I'm gonna hero point.
Start punching.
Taking the last. Anyway, so I started punching. For 30 and 6 damage.
30 is absolutely gonna hit. And even as this thing is grasped around you, as you just beat into it with your fists, you're almost able to punch it back off of you entirely.
And final one on a -8. 22 for 8 damage.
And with that, you will beat that one away. Literally punching your way out of the tar wrapped around you and freeing yourself.
I'll dust myself off. Prepare for a fight. Another fight.
Darkbeard.
I'm going to move. I'm going to move down. I guess down here, next to Selwyn, and then lay into the one west of me with a 31 with 15
strike.
Damage.
Easily hitting and splashing much of this away.
And then for 17.
This second blow easily splashing out what's left of this portion of the ooze, beating it back down into just a thin sheet of wet tar across the ground and swamp water.
And then I will. I can't really reach anything. I guess I will raise the shield.
Alrighty. To the north of you, a Willow Wisp reappears. This time, reappearing entirely. Nearly on the ground, the floating, illuminated skull appears in the air again, floating just over Ara, as it starts to glow brighter. This energy emanating out from the skull, stopping being crackling lightning, and you see almost a funnel of energy pouring up from Ara's body into the Willow Wisp itself.
Oh man.
Well, that's not good.
This does not actually do any damage to you. It just empowers the Willow Wisp, so it does not advance your dying condition. But you see the skull become more corporeal, more solid, and even slightly engorged, but it is now wholly visible. It wouldn't even be a 50% mischance, it's just, it is right there. That's the skull.
Alright.
Zerg.
Punch, 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 punch. Punch, 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 punch. Punch, punch, punchity punch. Punchity punch, punch, 25 punch.
Oh, it easily hits.
Nice.
You have a massive target in front of you.
6.
6 damage, not quite going to do it.
Punch, 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 punch. 31,
26.
take 4. Punchy, punch, punch,
Oh,
punch,
yeah,
punch,
27,
punch,
yeah.
punch.
Easily hitting, and with 8 damage, splattering this ooze as well. Dropping Arabis onto the ground next to you. Clearly unconscious, limp, a wolf, a naked wolf, most of her burned off.
If I go unconscious, do I stay in the form or do I revert back to my original?
You would stay a form
I
because
believe you stay in the
it's
farm because the
transformation.
magic, the magic doesn't just stop because you're dead.
Okay.
But she drops a near naked wolf next to you, just like one of those hairless Egyptian cats, covered in this black tar.
And
You can reach this one from right there, actually.
punch, 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 punch.
Damn.
Throwing
take-
hands with these dice, easily hitting even on the third attack.
8.
Damn.
Actually,
This-
since he has the armor ups of Mighty Fist, don't he also get a D4 on his normal attacks?
You
Like his
do.
normal unarmed?
You do actually
Yeah.
get another D4 on that because you that applies to your normal strikes as well as your raging strikes. All your
Should I
unarmed.
just
completely
roll
forgot
the
about
base
that.
Yeah, just
I'll,
roll another D4.
yeah. I'll add another D4 to your strike. Don't worry.
I was for purposes of speed, just kind of assuming
Yeah,
another
yeah.
2 on the other one. But I guess it matters for this one because this is the most solidified one left. The one that tried to grab Barkbeard that's oozing over the ruins now. So
9 damage on it.
9 damage, leaving 2 pretty weakened oozes left, and this Willow Wisp glowing over Ara, who needs to make me a death check, which is a
Is a
flat
fat
D20. Or you can spend your 1 hero point to stand back up. 14 will succeed though, which is going to leave you wounded but stable on the ground. And Arabis, any one from you as well. Oop, it's both healers. And you as
16.
well will stabilize.
Sweet.
So the party does not know it at this moment, as you're both laying on the ground and a Will-O-Wisp appears to be eating Ara. You are stable for now. Selwyn.
Now, in the spirit of fairness, I will tell you that you removed your ooze on the initiative and it was 24. Because
Right,
one
I
of
deleted
the original one died.
Ooze. I deleted the original ooze. Let me do this. Let me just copy this dude and then put him like off the map, and I'll make him the initiative. One of the thing I have to do with roll 20 sometimes. I thought he was after you, but fair. So he is right. It would be just after everyone went down. So immediately before you will be the remaining 2 oozes. One of them sludging forward and reaching out with the pseudopod. Thank you, by the way. I appreciate you.
You're welcome.
Even in the face of certain death. The honor. The chivalry.
I can't believe it.
The
What a man.
26 to hit Barkbeard.
And it just barely catches.
As it's just seemingly almost impossible to fend off with your shield just because of how large the thing is. It's going to hit you for 23 damage and pull you up into it, grappling you.
Ooh, that's his ideal range.
Attempting to pull you into its mass. The other ruse is not smart, and it can reach everyone. And it's really not smart, honestly.
Oh god, please kill
From the
Willow
top
Wisp.
down, it's gonna blap Zerg.
Unlucky.
Just almost dripping off the top of this ruin, a massive just blob of tar-like mass with a 21.
No dice.
And it's gonna try again. Okay. I'm gonna use a little point. Zurich 17. I'll take that one. I rolled 3 on the dice twice. Can I do it 3 times?
Yes, please.
18 on the second swing.
Wow.
No dice.
And as it can't seem to hit you around this ruin here, its last attempt is just going to be to take these 2 tendrils that's flopped down around you and come around and just encase you. It's not even trying to hit you anymore, just trying to pull you in. So this is a grab attempt. At a -10. For a 12. I can't get you
Jeez.
over this ruin. Zerg ain't letting this happen, not today.
Can Usos fall?
Well, it's kind of like up on this wall. It's not really. It's not like there's nothing to be on top of. There's no roof here. You mean
No,
if
he's
you
wondering,
trip
can he
them?
crit fail?
I don't think an ooze can be prone. It doesn't like. It doesn't explicitly say it can't be prone. But you know what? Actually, it totally critically fails, and it would it totally could. 'Cause it would overexert itself, putting too much of this mass over towards Zerg and just draping it across this wall. It's like a thing of putty stretched out over the edge of a tin, and it's absolutely going to functionally be prone.
That's awesome.
And Selwyn, honor sometimes pays. Here you go. Zurich 17, giving you a hero
Oh.
point. The respect point. You're up.
Thank you. I will step over the corpse of my fellow man. Well, fellow plant, I guess. And twin faint. This, say it?
I said we can see it.
We can see it, yeah. If we can see it, we can kill it. Presumably,
I
anyway.
can see.
I can fight. And on the first hit, for 25.
25 is exactly its AC.
Oh, that's awesome. Then 7 damage.
He'll hit it for 7,
And then...
slicing through.
Alright, sneak attack, twin feint. You've not failed me until now, except the times you did. Don't fail me now again. That is a very nice roll, but I already know I have to re-roll it. So I'll immediately spend that hero point that I
I have
got.
you at 2, by the way. I may have forgot to take 1 off, but I have you at just taking you down to 1.
It takes
am
me
I
down to
wrong?
1. No,
Okay.
you're complete right.
Okay.
I have to, but I'm just spending his because
Well,
it's a
because I
nice
thought you said
gesture.
something earlier about spending your last one. I
Yeah.
had you at 1 left still.
No, I was just spending another one.
You need. That's
Oh,
a
hot
natural
20.
20!
Oh.
They are not in any way immune to crits.
For 38 damage.
And you
I
are going
sliced this
to
down the
rip
middle.
through this thing, removing it from existence entirely. The second Willow Wisp is finally gone.
And that's
Barkbeard.
me.
I'll look at the tendril wrapped around me and like, well, I appreciate the effort, and I'm just gonna like slam into it. First hit for 24 for 15
Before
damage.
will hit, and that will immediately splash it back off of you.
Well,
Yeah,
just in case, I'm going to splash the water a little bit also.
Just slapping wildly,
And
you
then
beat
I'm-
the thing off. You beat the thing back.
And
You beat the thing down. You beat the thing away. Think of phrasing that wasn't the
There
first
you
one.
go.
and then I'm going to look very concerned at the party here and move over here and shield up. Although, does it have like
Zerg.
0? Yeah, no. It has enough health. I should probably shield up.
Zerg Batsky.
Am I in range of this motherfucker?
You are, but it's prone but has cover, so it's a wash. If you
Okay.
step up around the edge of it here, it wouldn't have the cover from the ruin wall.
Let's do that. I'll step up and I'm gonna beat him off.
Beat him! Beat
25.
Definitely hits.
6.
Plus
damage.
D4. We just wrote additional damage 1D4. That's the quick
Well,
fix.
I wrote the wrong way. Damn
Oh,
it.
did you do it the wrong way?
I'm a fucking moron.
Wow.
My brain is so
One more
tiny.
D4 damage.
You're very
Why just
special.
roll another D4?
Wait, no.
Yeah.
Wait, no. The fucking damage says it's right there. 1d4
Just
plus
put
4
a
plus 4
note
plus
to
4.
roll another D4.
No, it says right there. It should roll it.
It just says it literally says
No, I
additional
know,
damage.
but
We can fix it
wait.
later. All right, first
Yeah.
hit hits for 7 damage.
It's bullshit. I've been framed.
I moved. I hit. I'll
One more action.
Beat it off again.
Beat it up!
Hits.
What's that? 19. Still hits.
God.
Still hits. It's an ooze. It's not
fuck
hard to hit. Hitting is really not the challenge. Another D4.
Wow, that's
7
happening
again.
a lot. 7.
Yeah.
Aura is stable. Our Abyss is stable.
Oh no, the
Ooze.
Ooze gets to go again.
Ooze does get to go again. And Ooze has its choice. 1, 2, 3, Barkbeard. 4, 5, 6, Zerg. It's not smart. Barkbeard.
Oh no.
And it's going to slam down on you, bringing this mass together. It's not even going to bother functionally standing up and proud. It's literally not smart enough. It just pulls up a wave of this and attempts to drop it on top of you. For a villain point. From Zerg
God, oh, no.
17. I got 1 left after that. For a 32.
It does not crit.
That's what we need, right?
Right.
Because it is gonna hit you and absolutely knock you unconscious.
Damn.
It is also going to grab you, making you a dying 1, and then again, it is not smart. It is gonna crush you to dying 2.
Jesus.
Gotcha.
Selwyn.
All right, I'm gonna step up to the plate.
Hey,
It's a good thing I can throw hands with the best of them.
Tiny gnomish fists of fury.
5 damage for the first slap on the 29,
5 hits.
and then the second one, the power strike, for a 16 and 6 damage.
6 hits.
Oh my
It
god!
is at 1.
Ah, of course.
Zerg.
Fuck.
Fuck it up, Zerg.
Beat it off. 34, motherfucker.
Oh! Shit! Oh, max damage crit!
Roll the
Jeez,
1d4, roll the
natural
1d4.
20 into another.
Oh!
There it is.
What do you do to it, Zerg?
Just panic punching. Fear, true fear at this point. Just not even looking.
Absolutely
Where are the
unwilling to.
frogs? You know,
Damn frogs.
And as with a natural 20 into a max damage, beat the literal tar out of this ooze, leaving it shattered across the ground, revealing Barkbeard here. Hold on. Because we have one last roll to make. Or possibly something to spend, because you are dying too from the follow-up crush.
Monster.
Which means it's DC 12 for you to recover, which means you critically fail on a 1 or a 2. So if you choose to roll this, you can re-roll it with a hero point. But there is a 10% chance that this character I literally just got the art for this session dies.
That's a 1% chance. It's a 10 out of 10.
Or you can spend all 3 of your hero points and definitely be okay.
I mean, is it really a game if you can spend your hero points all nilly-willy like? But sure, I guess I'll spend my hero points.
No!
Oh, no, you coward.
Wow.
Take for the safety.
Well, I feel bad because he did just get my token.
It's a 1% chance. You'll deal with it.
For the safety,
All that.
without even taking any wounded here. I did just eat this token, thank you. Bryn
Cowardice.
is for the first time
Also alive though.
True.
bottoming out in hero points, blowing 3 to stabilize. For science, you want to roll me a flat check?
Why would you do that to her? She already made her choice. Ah,
Yeah,
it doesn't matter.
You would have been theoretically okay. I mean, that's not exactly how statistics work
No, it's
necessarily.
not.
That's
the
not
second
the
you make a
17
branching path.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
it
Perhaps in
changes.
some other universe,
Yeah.
that would have been your death recovery. But you are going to be okay for now. And finally, I closed the initiative table.
Oh, thank God.
So Zerg,
Well-
as you beat the living hell at this pile of ooze, and Selwyn is just looking around at what appear to be an assortment of tar-covered dead bodies.
I'm gonna feed Ara a little potion, the 1d6 one.
Oh, a little bit of health.
Yeah, here you go.
Taste.
Have 4 health.
Whee!
All right, get up. Don't be dead, please.
And as you
Ah.
put this tiniest little potion to him, yeah, he's...
All right, okay, you're not dead. Hurry up, heal the others right now. She went down first.
Start with the who on what?
Great, the wolf. Come on, chop chop.
Okay. I walk over, I pull out one of my scrolls of healing and just use that on Arbus.
It was a little piece of
Actually-
paper.
Actually, I used the AoE one to get both of them for 1d8.
Nice.
Okay.
Ooh, smart.
That says 1d8 to all of you, actually, so roll that d8.
1d8. Whee!
Okay.
3 health back to the entire party, which
Yeah.
is going to bring to everyone's relief Selwyn and Barkbeard back to life.
Wait, yeah, Arbus, right?
Selwyn and or Barkbeard and Arbus. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm still
Selwyn
standing.
died of a heart attack. She had a stroke, and aneurysms. They can happen at any time.
It's true.
And so, covered in this tar, this fairly thin, very sticky mess across you, and Selwyn with your armor half burned away,
Great.
you're left with nothing but the sounds of the birds and the trees and the insects and the swamp. The
So,
jungle
guys, who
wind.
wants to go home and sleep all day?
Selwyn, can we what's stopping
that
us from
sounds
leaving
Yes.
again?
Sorry?
What was stopping us from leaving again?
Technically nothing.
Okay, I'm going home.
Yeah, no, I agree. Anyone else want to go home?
Yes.
Yes.
I would enjoy the home.
But
Yeah,
you
I
made
consider
it!
this assist. Yeah.
You won, team! You did it! Never have the winners looked so defeated than the group of you.
I feel like a winner.
I don't.
Glad you do.
Well, I won. I was on the winning team, the ones still awake at the end. It's a very exclusive club. Just me
It
and
was a
Sarah.
very exclusive club. Yes.
So, helping some of your friends back across this log here and to the path not far from the circus grounds, you would all be pretty well visible as soon as you came back out of the clearing, where all
covered in
of
fucking tar.
you're covered in tar. Well, all of the roustabouts and the crew here are working to put everything together. And they, I guess, to their credit, it's not immediately obvious how injured everyone is, because you are all at this point, other than Zerg, covered in this thin sheet of tar. So you just look like you fell in a swamp and came
I'm
out.
just
And it
gonna get
kind of
infected.
I
hides
wanna-
the extent of your injuries.
I want to find the nearest source of clean water and just fall in it.
And honestly, sounds like a great idea.
I'm
My
getting-
circus close became my vengeance close.
Well, you know the spring. You know of the spring. It's on a little offshoot. That's the only real easy source of clear water that you have without literally going into Escadar.
Oh.
Are we all about to just sit this spring?
It's like 10 feet across. You can fit in.
Plop in face
Yeah.
first.
In it.
As long as you kind of drop, exhausted, relieved, alive, in this water for a brief rest. You can't help but think back to this map, as that you had seen that the halfling had in its bag before all of this had come upon you in the swamp, with that strange message noted into it. Saint Alcataram's eye, with the imagery of a keep further in. And relieved as you are to be free from that, you all can't help but feel your campground isn't quite safe yet.
And we also feel it's a tomorrow problem.
Well, I mean, it probably is definitely a tomorrow problem.
All right, great. That's long.
I'm sure
That's-
everyone would
that's-
agree
yeah.
it's a tomorrow problem at this point. I think no one's going to contest that. With all of your resources spent and most of you near death. As the swamp mass and this thin sheet of tar and most of your own blood and sap for the Leshies in the party kind of seeps out into the clear water of this spring here, I imagine you would rest for some time. Arabus and Selwyn slowly working to tend to the group of you, as you're all kind of fairly close together here. And as there's nothing else and much else you're going to be heading for today, I can forego actually rolling medicine checks. And how long are you? It's going to take you at least like 2 hours to patch up from this one.
That's fine.
You're going to be here
Yeah.
until the afternoon is passing over largely into evening. I'd say it's probably near 4 p.m. by the time you've got most of your wounds stitched up, bandaged, and the soreness left behind, possibly Ara held mostly together by bandages and gauze. Barkbeard with a couple of his branches just taped on to hold him in place. But as well as you can be recovered, save for, well, Zerg's lungs, which seems to be a harder one to deal with.
You know, Gray, I actually have a great marketing idea.
What is this one, Selwyn?
Well, see, you're wrapping around with these bandages, right? This gauze.
Yeah.
So if you put lightning bolts on it, right? And then bless them in the Stormlord's name, and we'd sell it as Gosra. It's brilliant.
But wait,
Gauss isn't like Goss, what you're rapping with. Gosra. Genius! We'll be millionaires!
I got it immediately.
I don't think I understand where you're coming from, because
I
the
should have killed all of
Stormlord,
you.
the Stormlord does not.
Well, the idiots wouldn't know that.
I don't know that. Staring at you blankly as I.
Ah,
Myself
whatever.
up.
Another great marketing scheme wasted. What do I pay to take hero points away?
$5 to give me one. Every villain point you hand to me is effectively a negative hero point.
I don't know if I
no,
can go
I'll
on
stop.
after that, honestly. Christ.
So,
I love it.
I don't know that anyone really can, honestly. But as you're recovering here after Sylvie's great genius, you can hear your voice in your head of Tilby once again. Oh, for what it's worth, I thought it was funny.
Thanks. I'm glad, Sylvie. At least someone here.
Travel
Sorry.
with all these companions who can appreciate such simple yet clever wordplay.
I wouldn't go as far as to call it clever. That's not gonna hurt
Oh, it's
ourselves.
certainly clever. You kidding me? There's puns may not be the highest form of humor and comedy that exists, but they take some wit to construct well, and that was a
Dumb,
surprisingly
stupid.
impressive one. Well,
Yeah,
some
well.
may see it that way, but you know we call them plebeians.
Oh, you get me, Sylvie. I'll do mental figure guns.
Mental finger guns.
Well, I can't do them
also-
openly.
You'll also get a hero point from Zurich17. who for
Oh,
some reason
yes.
also wants to support this. Feeling a little power surge across your mental
Yep.
connection here. Look, I took notice after whatever had struck you some few hours ago, and Truth be told, it took me a minute to figure out divine exactly where you and your friends were, but, well, that was some shit show, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, it was horrible.
I was worried for a moment, but, well, the same divinations I used to watch, you told me everything would probably work out okay. Probably. You, at least, never seemed in any desperate danger, and...
Not immediately.
Most of your friends probably would have made it. But, you know, Selwyn...
Yeah? Hmm?
I'd like to think that, well, we're helping each other here, aren't we? You gave me this gift back in Aberton, atop that tower, whatever flash of power that Aeon Stone had. And I feel like I've done, well, all that I could at the time to reciprocate. Well, you said you were looking for some assistance for your lizard friend here, and you seem to have dropped that by the wayside, but I've already called in several favors.
Yeah,
I'm more than happy to help, Selwyn, if you find yourself in such dire straits. I've got friends all over the Starstone Isles. I've already contacted those in Escadar. It'd be no trouble, and they could be there before you know it.
Do those friends, by chance, know where the Moonstone Hall is? Because that's really the most pressing one at the moment.
I've done some investigation onto that, but it doesn't seem like there's much information as far as I can find in the libraries of Absalom, surprisingly. You may be better served searching Escadar itself, trying to find some assistance, but I certainly will keep looking. I'm as interested as you are in finding, well, vindication, at the very least, for your fallen comrade.
And
but
information,
truly,
of course.
Of course. Truly, though, I would hate to see anything befall you or your friends. Don't hesitate to ask for help, Selwyn. True strength lies in knowing when you're outmatched.
I'll keep that in mind. Thank you.
I'm always here. And generally, at least someone watching. Well, there are a lot of things going in. I'm trying to find information on this Moonstone Hall, who sent these trogs, their leader. I have a lot of work in front of me. I can't watch 24/7. Besides, it's not like this connection gives me anything other than brief emotional conceptualizations and then contact, if we will it. I can't.
Oh, you must hear a lot
this.
of panic then.
A surprising amount, yes. You are very adept at seeming to keep your composure, but it's been somewhat amusing to see how much that veneer falls apart once you peel through the surface.
You know, the act is half a battle. Or is it knowing the enemy? Anyway, best of luck. I'll keep looking, as will you. Oh, and good luck with your first show. Well, here in Escadar, that is. Yeah, of course. You stop by. Have a watch.
I may just do that. And with that, here, I think, we can leave a session. With us all alive and I'm sure well battled out for at least one episode, and your GM kind of feeling bad about throwing anything else terrible at you at the moment. So, other than the looming knowledge that there is still yet more to be uncovered in the swamp and that it is dangerously close to your plot, it would be certainly unwise to start putting your tents together, and especially to go on with the show, knowing there may still be more lurking. Take solace in your victory, team, as you defeated the pair of Willow Wisps, and also the Ewes, and you only almost mostly died.
Did we get the second one? The second Willow Wisp?
Yeah, someone created another fucking dimension.
Murder killed.
The first one Zerg was holding on to, and the second one someone came up and just nat 20 and split apart as soon as it started absorbing aura. It is interesting that the Willow Wisp feed on fear does not actually do anything to the target. It doesn't actually hurt you or make you die anymore. It just becomes stronger itself.
It's very nice.
It's very, it works out pretty well. But, party, I feel like today actually has been a fairly solid introduction to the mid-game of Pathfinder that we're getting into now, dealing with a multitude of situations, because not always will you be able to simply run forward and punch. Sometimes, well, you may have to have a bit of deviousness to you to be able to figure out how to deal with some of these foes you'll encounter upon your road, and this is only the beginning. But you did well. You all survived. I will admit, personally very disappointed that we didn't get the fireball of the literal century when someone split the black pudding 37 times. And I was so ready for the fireball. I wasn't aware you only had
It was even done for that anticipation.
Because you did that at War for the Crown. That happened at War for the... I mean, you weren't there for that, but this happened at War for the Crown, too. And there was an ooze that you fought by splitting it 50 times and then Baylor Sirokoing it. And all the weakened blobs getting taken out at once. But I was not aware that at 5th level you actually only had 2 3rd level spell slots.
I have 3.
What was your first one?
Slow.
Oh, slow's 3rd level?
It is, yeah.
Slow's
Just like
3rd
haste.
level.
I was.
Already got
actually
scared.
Totally forgot that. No, that's fair. No, I think honestly, for as spooky and dangerous as that was a fairly well played encounter to keep everybody alive. Because that got incredibly sketchy. You had to deal with, realistically, an incredibly devious foe. A pair of Willow Wisps who are pretty much permanently fucking invisible, who are fully aware that if you go into the quicksand, you get fucked. So they just like, haha, and then go back to the quicksand. Because what are you going to do? Follow them, stupid? And they're very immune to magic. And it's just outright immunity. But next week, party and friends in the chat, when we return, the show must go on. There are still preparations to be had. There is still lands to be cleared. And certainly you would be able to use what's left of the afternoon to patch yourselves back up with Arbus's work. Sleep for the evening, restore your spells, restore your fortitude, and hope, perhaps, that this infliction Zerg is inhaled will go away on its own. That'd be great. We will see you all next Monday. Thank you for coming, everybody. Thank you for being here. Good night, friends. We survived! Huzzah!